What's going on, everybody? Hot Jukes here with Mustache Dave. Welcome to day number 6 of the PUBG Mobile Pro League Americas Scrims. Man, we got some action for you today. We saw some insane plays yesterday for this past entire week. We're getting to the final countdown, Dave. PMPL, right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's so close, you could smell it, man. You could smell it. These teams are, getting towards the end of their practice here for the scrims, and then next week, it's all or nothing. All or nothing. So we have 4 games today, 5 tomorrow, and then 5 on Sunday. Not a lot of games to go, considering the fact that we have rolling lobbies as well. So not all these groups will be able to, play every single game. Like, it changes up every single time. So not a lot of practice to be left. Not a lot of practice to be had here. I'm getting a little sad, man. I'm getting a little sad, not gonna lie. But PMPL, though, I know a lot of people are pumped up for it.
You know, it's so crazy because, we see the scrims, and, I know this is, a lot of people, we've talked about in the past multiple times, how they say it's just scrims. But we see a lot of, I think, really unique plays, a lot of action here. And then come PMPL time, it's like it just never disappoints. It just always seems to just get better and better and better. So I'm so hyped for that coming up, and I know these teams are as well. So this is the last couple of days to get a chance to be able to actually make sure they're ready for it. So just a quick reminder for everybody that's watching here today. Let me go ahead and show you guys exactly how the point system works, how all these players are getting points, and we're gonna go straight to that right now. And as you can see right here, chicken dinner is gonna land you 15 points. That is just so crucial. Second's gonna give you 12, third's gonna give you 10, and then just going on down the line, man. It's just, you have to get top 5 from what it looks like.
You have to. Top 5 with a couple kills, and you're going to be feeling really good about yourself and your performance. And, man, 0 points. I know we joke about this, but, the past couple days, it's been 20 minutes into the game, and there's at least 13 to 12 teams. So 20 minutes of playing to be able to go out in 12th or 11th, that's only 1 point. That's actually crazy. Not only that, 8th place. 8th place, I gotta say, is an easy 25-30 minutes into the game most of the time. What would you say about that?
No, it's got to be it's final circle almost. That's how ridiculous it is.
8th place.
Yeah, these teams,
and that's 1 point.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's the crazy part is definitely circle 5 we'll see more than 8 teams, and then once it shifts to circle 6, that's when I think we start seeing who's going to end up in the top 7. But man, the intensity, this point system change, we've definitely seen it affect the scoreboard. That's for sure.
Yeah, and these teams, I know we were joking about it, but HQA, compared to last week, I know they did pretty solid yesterday. They got a lot more points than they had all of last week. So there's a couple teams that last week we saw them at the bottom. Yesterday, they completely flipped the script. Well, who's at the top right now? BDM, something like that? This team, where were they last week, right? They just came out of nowhere, and they're just, they're clapping everybody, man.
They're putting in the work. Finally, I'm so happy to kind of see that from a lot of these different teams, especially now, like we said, this is week 2, the score resets. You know that they got to be pumped up and super hyped coming into the rest of today. But just let me also show you guys the teams that are playing. For anybody that's just tuning in here today, we have 3 groups playing, rolling different types of lobbies, and we're going to start off with Group A. And as you can see here in Group A, we're going to have Execute, Klaze Esports, one of the most dominant teams so far, having a little trouble starting off week number 2. Yeah, trouble as in not being in first place. But other than that, they're always seeming to end up in the top 5. Wildcard Gaming, another just dominant team that we've seen so far. BDM Esports, Team Queso, Alpha 7, Tribe Gaming, XSET. This is a stacked group here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to think about, bad days for Loops is top 3 overall.
Yeah, it's
could you even say that's a bad day? I don't think you can. You really can't. But that is the case when it comes to that squad, because we've been used to seeing them at the top every single time. So for them to be in 3rd place, a little bit of a surprise for a lot of their fans. But regardless, they still have 3 more days to go here.
Yeah, 3 more days to go, and that's plenty of time for Loops to get it together. And now we move over to Group B. We're going to have Cloud9, Pittsburgh Knights, HQA, Tempo Storm, B4 Esports, Ace1, Nova Esports, and the Defeaters.
Yeah, not too bad here. Cloud9, we saw yesterday, At least 2 of the games I recall, they got into some skirmishes with Tribe. I feel like those 2 teams, they always like to kind of play the edge of the map late game, and they always seem to collide with one another. And if I'm not mistaken, at least looking back at yesterday, I think Tribe is currently in the lead when it comes to that little team-on-team fight amongst the 2.
Yeah, and it's good to see. Good to see. I feel like it's kind of like a new Tribe that we've been seeing lately here. They've been definitely starting to hit on all cylinders. I mean, this was a new squad just in the last tournament. So now it looks like finally that synergy is starting to click, and we'll have to see how it turns out here in the rest of the scrims today. Last but not least, we're going to have Group C.
Let's see it. Let's see it. G25 Gaming, 19 Esports, Brazilian Rampage, Influence, INTZ, the Unnamed, Klaze Esports, Duke's favorite squad, and then Meta Gaming.
Yeah, you know, a lot of different squads here. I think Group C is definitely, these are the underdogs in my opinion coming into these scrims. But at the same time, I mean, we're starting to see them. I think starting to climb up a little bit here in week number 2. I mean, it's only been 1 day. They still have to, I think, really definitely prove themselves. But yeah, love to see these teams really giving it their all here.
Hey, we're definitely seeing them. That's a fact. All right, that's a fact over here. So Group B will be playing 3 times today. Group C playing 3 times today, and then Group A only playing 2 times today. So a little swap up from yesterday. Group A, like you said, Loops, Tribe, Execute, all those teams. And here's the map rotation. Same as yesterday, Erangel, Vikendi, Sanhok, then finishing it off on the nice, hot and steamy Miramar.
Yeah, you were just talking about, you know, the different rotations in here. So everybody that's kind of watching the scoreboard throughout it, don't trust it. I mean, don't trust it completely, because you're gonna have some teams that have played a little more games than others. At the same time, though, you know that these guys are gonna be giving it their all, no matter what, start to finish. And I love how, like, we're just starting off with that tried and true Erangel. The new Erangel is gorgeous. Every single time I talk to any of these players, anybody out there, they're just like constantly raving about it. I love these changes that PUBG Mobile has done. And if you feel about it as well, you know, tell us in the chat what your thoughts are on the new Erangel.
Let us know. So some kind of takeaways, at least, you know, from yesterday's games, and, you know, hopefully today it's a little bit different, right, when it comes to the early game action. And I know you know what I'm saying about this one, Jukes. You felt it too yesterday. Compared to week one it was just chaos, you know, from the drop all out. The whole game there's teams fighting back and forth. But yesterday, a big theme, first 20 minutes, quiet. You know, we might have 1 kill here or there, you know, 1 mistake on the rotations, but besides that, team fights were pretty much none, right? They were really hard to catch pre-20 minutes. And we were talking about this, I believe it is due to the fact that these teams are starting to tighten up here. You know, they're starting to use those strategies that they plan on implementing next week. And, you know, we're stressing so much about the point system, and I think the teams are starting to realize, like, we just can't risk it. It's not worth it, and that's why we started to see the quieter early games, if that's fair to say.
I can't agree more. I think it's like almost like an unsung rule among like a lot of these pro squads. The rule is just avoid early engagement at all costs. I mean, you don't want to risk the RNG of landing on a level 1 vest and a pistol while he lands on an AK and level 3 armor. I mean, yeah, these guys, especially the competition of this lobby, these guys are just so strong and great competitors. But man, I'm hyped up. I'm pumped up for today's games. I'm ready to get into it. I know everybody out there watching is as well. Looks like we got the players locked and loaded here in the lobby. And let's get into it. They're in the plane now, and let's get started. Move right on. And here we go. And you can see the first play path. It's going to be a nice southern plane path. I know Military Island when I see it, that's for sure. But at a little slight angle here. Looking like it's going to head over probably through Zarki. So, I mean, a pretty fair plane path for all these squads.
Not too bad. I'm interested. I forget already what groups are playing. I know yesterday we had XSET. They dropped Miltel with Klaze. I'm curious if those 2 teams are playing here in game number 1. Klaze, they did come out on top, but they lost 3 members out the process. XSET, they're the first team to kind of get sent out the lobby. Are we going to have that same story here tonight on Erangel? You know, teams trying to plant their flag, assert their dominance and just claim their drop spot here so that they can secure it, lock it down for PMPL. Well, I already see a couple squads dropping out. Actually going to have Pedro going Nova by themselves? No, that can't be the case.
I mean, it's kind of it's a really weird split we're seeing so far. I mean, they have to be just all on top of each other, I'm assuming, because B4, they love to go Nova. So maybe it's just a little bit of a spectator shenanigan. Yeah, it is. Those name tags are right on top of each other. You know,
teamwork.
One thing, though, is Team Queso, split looting military. I think this is a little relatively new for this kind of hot drop. What do you think, Dave?
Team Queso? Oh, with this.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we talk about in scrims how we like to see teams trying new things. Team Queso trying something new here, but the circle saying, listen, I don't care what you guys are trying. We're going to send it all the way up there. Ooh, to that northeast. And Mad Max right now from 19 Esports. Who is this? Is near them. It looks like it's going to be the Unnamed. Oh, already losing one. Raven bleeding on out.
Yeah, you can just see a little bit of a quick battle here. Hot drop at Gatka. Bucky's got that. UMP gets the return knock. Fear only has the M16, though, so he needs to really hit some big shots here on the Bucky. I mean, this is a 1v1 right now, essentially. But you got to wonder, the rest of the teammates, they're coming. They got to be coming around the corner. Yeah, and here comes 19. Tricks.
Yep, Tricks, yep. Bucky still asking for support, but Bucky's catching another one with that UMP. Looking over here, health really low, no meds. Gonna be spraying around that corner. Fear with that tap. With that burst fire. Bucky 1 HP coming out on top right there to take out 3 from 19 Esports.
What?
Bucky!
This is how you start it off. This is how you start off a scrim, ladies and gentlemen. The Unnamed Bucky just coming in hot right off the start there. And you know, honestly, 19 Esports, they're pissed. They have to be so frustrated. Tricks had an SLR, a 7.6 weapon. It's right off the drop. He hit him twice. He hit him twice with a 7.6 bullet, but it hit it both in that level 1 vest and just allowed him to survive. And man, oh, M16 up close, just not able to hit the mark. What a finish.
And they got the pickup onto Raven just in time. So they didn't lose anything. They got 3 kills. The UMP, though, I mean, recently updated, right? Higher damage and rate of fire. So, I don't know. UMP OP after that one. Kind of hard. It's kind of hard to disagree.
I don't know. I don't know if it's UMP OP. I think that's just M16 just
Bucky
missing.
OP?
You know, yeah. Like, I mean,
M16.
that's because you was just kind of pre-firing it there. It's a burst. That's probably like one of like the last up close weapons like you want as some of these players. I mean, you want that full auto spray, and just unfortunately just not able to connect it. But I think honestly Tricky, he's got to be the most frustrated out of that fight because it's early game. You're hoping that their opponent is not able to kind of like find any body armor. He hit him twice with the SLR. Now, ladies and gentlemen, quick reminder: if you hit somebody with a 7.6 weapon, like without a helmet, it's 1 bullet. You know, chest, it's basically 1 bullet almost as well. So, yeah, the fact that he hit 2 of those and it didn't knock him, crazy finish right there.
I mean, it goes back to our story about RNG and hot dropping in general, right? Like, you just never know who's going to be able to pick up which gun, which armor, how many meds, and it just goes back to it's not worth it. At least right now with the point structure, I mean, thankfully for 19, they still have Asta alive to continue, but it's going to be a challenge. But if they were to get taken out now, no points, right? No points. You kind of give it up to RNG, hoping that you get the armor, hoping that you get the gun that isn't the burst fire. That's just not the case for 19 Esports. I'm curious on why they did decide to drop there. I mean, maybe just teams still kind of, you know, dealing with the playing path, of course, but also at the same time trying to fight for their desired spots here for PMPL coming up next week.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell that like they both had the same idea because they both dropped 2 players at Gatka to split loot that, and that just caused that battle up front. You know what? One thing I am kind of wondering though is I wonder why a lot of like top squads, like especially if you are, you know, pretty confident in your gameplay, and I'm talking like Cloud9, I'm talking about, you know, even like Tempo, who's in Pachinki or Loops. Like, why not, like, drop in a different location just to, like, really confuse other teams? Because, I mean, I think it's a total possibility. Because you know that no one's going to drop in your area, for sure. So
I mean, I think you could definitely confuse other teams, but at the end of the day, you don't want other teams getting comfortable in your spot, right? Because a team might be like, oh, Cloud9, they're not dropping Hospital, let's drop Hospital, you know? And then back when we come to PMPL next week, that same team might be dropping there because they're like, oh, Cloud9, they don't really go here anymore type of deal. So I think it's more or less just making sure you do the same thing every single time, every single map, so that other squads, they're aware. They're like, okay, Cloud9, they don't miss a beat. No matter where this plane path is, they're always in Hospital. We're going to stay far and clear of that area.
makes sense, definitely. Just like, you know, staking your flag, keeping it there.
You got to protect the flag,
Yeah,
man. You got to protect the flag.
Yeah, you know, you don't want it to get captured by another squad. Definitely, especially come PL time. Looks like we got Defeaters and Team Queso getting into a little bit of engagement. We saw some trades over there. But, you know, currently we're still looking at Cloud9, driving around, looting up.
Good team to look at.
Oh, and yep, here we go.
What? Okay, a Yala over here in a little skirmish. Pretty much a 1v1. Oh, Nitsu coming up for the support for the help. But pretty much we pulled up on the tail end of this fight here. And looks like just one more member for the Defeater is currently going to be alive out here trying to drive off and save the day and do what they can here. Wow, 3 kills already on the Team Queso.
Man, I mean, that was just a rough battle right there. It looks like it was kind of like evenly fought, but Duelo was just like completely, I don't know why I say Duelo, you know, was completely not in that fight at all. He was just kind of in the buggy waiting to see what happened. And then you just saw like one of the members from Team Queso just get all the flushes, reset completely. So yeah, Defeater's not off to a great start here in match number 1.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe they were rotating, you know, around Potato Hill, and they just kind of got stuck in a fight. Because it looks like right after that fight, Team Queso, they got the loot and they're just continuing on, you know, just moving on. They're not going to camp Potato Hill or nothing like that. They're repositioning already. So I feel like maybe just unlucky that both the teams did decide to drive into one another there.
Yeah, I mean, just sometimes you want to be able to get the best location you possibly can. And it's kind of so funny is like you see a lot of the like teams that are like in the similar, that are pretty much in like that similar ranking. Like on the leaderboards, you kind of always see them think the same when it comes to rotations. I don't know if you noticed that. It's something I've definitely picked up kind of while watching these scrims. Like if you see like Cloud9 on a certain rotation, you see Loops kind of like trying to make the same one. And like you see, you know, earlier you see Defeaters, you see Team Queso kind of like putting in that same vibe as well. So it's an interesting note to think.
I mean, yesterday you and I both wore burgundy shirts. So
oh, we did.
Just saying. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, maybe thinking alike. G25, they are rolling up. They are slow creeping up here. But Wildcard gonna be here already, looting on up. Sam. Ooh, Sam.
Acer.
Getting turned on right there, but Acer able to save the day, come out on top. Papito confirmed already. And I gotta give it. I liked how G25. They weren't just YOLO sending it. They were cruising. You know, they were cruising. They were trying to scout it out. I think Wildcard, they were just so well at concealing themselves until the very last moment right there.
That's what these teams really do. I mean, they do not move a muscle. They hide their cars really well, and it's a strategy. I think it's that kind of the good old-fashioned bait and switch, I think is what we like to call it. You know, setting up the trap. And I love seeing teams like, you know, I think we saw Cloud9 yesterday bust out a really big trap. Wildcard opting to play the sneaky game themselves as well. You know, maybe just adding some stuff for the playbook for coming PMPL coming up.
Trap or die, man. The new meta out here. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, mixtape part 2 coming soon. Oh, Pedro hitting a mini shot over there in the kill feed. Yeah, I mean, this is different though, because I mean, I'm trying to think back to PMPL last time around. The whole bait and switch, the whole, you know, camping it out and really surprising the enemies. We only had about one team actually pull that off. And who was it? Was it Cream? I forget who it was off the top of my head.
Trem Carreta. Yeah,
yes.
They were the trap setters, man.
They would not move. They would get loot, go to a compound, and they would not even peek a window. They did that time and time again, and they would just wait. They would just wait for other squads to kind of just roll up, feel comfortable, and then they'll pop out the bushes, out the closet, under the bed, under the drawers. Just catch them off guard. And I know we were kind of looking forward to seeing that kind of meta develop here. And I got to say, a lot of teams are kind of doing it now, man. They're kind of setting these traps a lot more often.
Yeah, I think we're definitely starting to see some shenanigans pull out. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're able to take out a really good team that easily, why not use it? I mean, you know, fighting, you know, having a full 4v4 from the start, yeah, that's fun and all. But if you're able to take out, you know, 2 members instantly and get 4 easy points, heck, why not? Why not try to use that strategy to its absolute most effectiveness? At the same time, though, I mean, you have to have really good synergy and strong discipline to be able to pull that off. Because if one player just shoots a little too early, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, the trap is sprung, and you can get your whole squad wiped just like that. So, a lot of trigger discipline how you have to have in order to pull off that kind of strategy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what are some counters? Like in that example, if someone was to accidentally pre-fire, like an easy counter off the top of my head that I could think about, grenades, mollies. Like, that could easily take out a trap. You know, that can easily get all in those crannies and those nooks and just get that explosion off and really take them out and keep them within the compounds. But like you said, it's all about discipline, man. Just being patient and just, you know, waiting for them to come towards you. Waiting for them to come towards you. Nova Sheep fan, SKS right now, doing some jumping on around. Tempo, I believe we saw him just a moment ago. They're building. Kind of reminded me of that house tour you were filming. That looked like your living room.
Oh, man, I wish it was that big. You know, unfortunately, I'm not making Mustache Dave money, but one day, that would be the dream. You know, that's the plan at least. I did see Rain with that Car 98. That man is an absolute monster of a sniper, considered one of the best snipers in all of North America. So every time I get this chance to witness him in action, definitely is something that is hype. Next thing that is hype, though, is going to be this next circle. Shifting on over to the bottom right here, and look at all that congestion we see on the eastern side of the map. Wildcard stuck on that bridge right there. They're trying to figure out. It looks like they're going to go all the way around, passing up B4, Mixera. And, I mean, this is a really odd split for B4.
Yeah, and we were kind of talking about that out the jump, right? We saw Mick Zero go all the way up there to shooting range, and we saw Pedro with the other squad mates down there in Nova. So I don't know if they'll be able to actually regroup with one another again. But back to that wild card, rotate. I like it, man. Very smart. You know, kind of avoid that traffic jam that is going to be out there on the west side, and just try to take the skinny side, like you put it, for the blue zone right there. And they're going to send it all the way to the east. We'll see if that will pay off. The Unnamed, 4 kills already to their name. They're going to have some vehicles. Looks like Q giving us a nice little demonstration on how not to drive.
Yeah, love to see that. And you heard that M249 a little earlier. I love to hear that as well. And yeah, you know, Wildcard always seem to, their rotation game, especially late game, is always something to really look at. It's like a, it's definitely like some in the IGL playbook, that when the zone hard shifts, usually the hard shift side is free. So I love to see Wildcard make that decision, especially at the moment they did, because now they're able to get into this zone and not have to take blue damage. And that just goes to show, like, you have to be prepared and ready to make the move instantly. Cardobs try to make some big shots with that DP3X laying down, not able to hit the mark.
I'm kind of surprised they took those shots, because their buggy was missing a tire, and they are in the blue zone. That's kind of going to give away their positioning back there.
For sure. I mean, it's going to be hard to get in the circle anyway, so I think he's just maybe just trying to get a point off at that situation. Look at Rain. I was just talking about him earlier. He's got his eyes just locked on. Look at those ankles. You know, he's waiting.
I want to rename this position to Jukes' living room. I'm telling you, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those trophy cases. Guess what? Empty, baby.
Empty, man. Hey, they're there for the future, all right? You already know you got some trophies and awards coming your way, so you got a spot for them already.
Man, you know what? Our trophy, it's gone. It's missing. It's in custom somewhere. None of us know where it's at. Yeah,
I got a lot of emails. It's a nightmare, man. You're opening up a can of worms with that one. So
yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely something interesting here. The next zone spot to come on up closer here, and it does hard shift onto Nova and INTZ. So they're gonna be really well set up for this one. And you know, we were talking about it. You said top 8. I'm gonna be looking really closely here to see like how long, how many minutes it takes to see 8 teams alive.
Okay. Good. The one thing about Wildcard and their big brain rotations is when you get a hard shift.
Right?
I mean, yeah, it's like all that work, you know, trying to survive, and then next thing you know, it yoinks right back to where if you would have just drove straight in, you would already been in a position. So Asta from 19 Esports, the solo member, looks like they're going to find themselves intertwined with Wildcard up there and in between INTZ that are already in the zone. But really, that southern end, we see Cloud9. We see a bunch of teams trying to work their way on in right now. Still 16 teams alive.
Oh, man, ton of action here. Yeah, 16, and we're in zone 4. This is a really tough circle shift. Sam with the car 98. You don't see that very often. He's keeping his eyes on right now for Duelo, trying to pick up that extra point. Next zone, it goes on up really close to them. They should be able to get in there. And we're just seeing Pyra running over Trickster from Pittsburgh Knights. I think we can see that in the bottom right there at that dip. They're going to get that finish quickly. I mean, all these players, they're just scrambling right now for real estate.
Yeah, I noticed Bayo from Cloud9 kind of opened that engagement up. I saw a run over onto one of the members from Knights right there, and I guess the remainder of Cloud9 followed suit. And then they just stayed in their vehicles. They said, hey, Bayo's doing it, so are we. Got a couple vehicle runovers right there. They cleaned them up real quick. Wildcard Sam trying to make their way on into the zone, following the pack right here. They're going to have a nice little boulder. They still have their vehicles to work with as well. They want to blow those up, use those as cover. There's about 5 different teams right on top of one another here. They have some terrain in between them, but honestly, very sticky situation.
I think they're all very familiar, though, with this circle. This circle is a pretty common one right here by Yasnaya. So they're going to know the terrain pretty well. Look at those nades from Spring. You know those had to be jumping grenades, and Slicky able to get that finish. That's an extra point. And now, yeah, they're going to come and take this position. And little boy's on the run. Spring, the drive-by. Got him!
Duelo has no idea what just hit him, popping up from the grass. Spring was not aware of the enemy right there. They kind of feel like they got really scared in that situation, popped up like, where are they at, and giving away their position at the very end.
Done and done, just like that. What an insane play to see. You looking at Sam back with that car 9. I mean, you couldn't pick a worse place to park a vehicle, you know, unfortunately. And you can just see Wildcard, they're just doing a pretty good job setting up some car walls here, getting prepared for this next circle shift, and just trying to control the edge of this circle. Look at BDM.
Yeah,
currently,
I love this.
I mean, this squad has been crushing it after day 1. And 2, can they catch Dimple on the rotation? They get 1. The reload. Oh, the teleportation. Dimple's out.
Tensa jumping out early, taking a lot of damage right there. Looks like the other 2 squad mates of Temple are going to maybe bust a U-turn. Okay, they're popping out over here as well. So it looks like Tempo, they were able to make it on into the zone, but they lost pretty much everything in the process.
Yeah, that vehicle is on fire. So the rest, I think Tensa had a sensation that vehicle was going to be in trouble. So he jumped out real nice and early right there. Love to see that. And look at this, still 13 teams remaining as we're starting to hit one of the final zones here. The kill feed is lit up to the maximum. Ace is trying to get some resets off Mafioso. Look at that with that DP4X. Trying to put the pressure, but no, they know exactly where he's at.
It's lit.
You know, I love to see that right there, though, real quick. Is like, you know, Mafioso, the second you see a player turn around like that, he knows that he's in a bad position. Like, he knows that the heat's
he's
coming.
looking where to go.
Yeah, instantly. Like, he's like, oh, man, I'm in nade range right now. Let me see what's behind me real quick.
But look at their squad mates tossing out all these smokes to make sure Mafioso has a nice, safe passageway back to the cover. I mean, that's communication at its best right there. Save your squad mates, keep them alive, keep them up, even in very challenging positions.
And that takes experience, right? A lot of synergy because, I mean, as soon as he turned around, he's like, I'm in a bad position. His teammates realized it, got him out of there, but can he get him out of this fight with Alpha 7? A lot of nades coming out right here. You know that we're going to start seeing those. Oh, Molly's too short. So close.
Oh, okay. So it looks like Sanhok from Alpha 7 was knocked. Swagwin going to be popping up right there, getting the exchange. Connecting onto 2. And I think it's only Mafioso now. That's why we see the small creep from Alpha 7. Law right here in the smokes.
Caught! Where did they go? Where did they go?
they got third-partied and taken out. Ace actually still alive out of all that. Alpha 7 get a little far ahead of themselves right there and biting the bullet.
I mean,
wow.
it looks like they just got deleted. I mean, the whole squad looked like they were all up and alive, and then like we saw that one knock, and turn around, his whole team's dead instantly. Just like that. Crazy. Okay, it looks like now we have 8 teams remaining. 21 minutes into the game. In circle number 5. About to hit zone 6 is that deadliest circle. Man, what a crazy. I mean, teams are just dropping like flies.
So if you go out now, you get 1 point, right?
More than one.
1 point.
More than 1.
Place 2 points?
I believe so.
I'm gonna print that out and put that on my forehead. I need to.
Yeah,
Tense is still popping off right there, taking out.
No, 8 is 1 point. You're correct. I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's
right.
Myself.
Seventh is 2.
8th place is 1 point.
That's correct. That is correct.
You
1
got
point.
1 point.
You go out right now, 1 point. Insane.
That's kind of why you gotta have these kills kind of carrying you a little bit, you know. So B4 they get taken out here. At least they have the 2 kills, so that's 3 points in total after about 23 minutes of playing. Nova, AZ, Scar in hand. Raven, I've seen Raven get knocked down at least 3 times this game.
Yeah, Raven is just trying to make all the plays he can. And the thing is, like, imagine if you're one of these squads that are, like, just got that hard, where the zone just hard shifted completely away from you. I mean, it's so tough to survive right here. And, I mean, you cannot be blamed for going out. Look at it. Oh, this could be a massive grenade. Will it connect?
Oh,
ooh, touch of Sam.
A little bit. Yeah, a little love tap right there. Mitz trying to get the double right here. That one's getting a little bounce, but right in front of Slicky. And it looks like we're going to have these fields play a major factor in the end zone. Gamma, suppressed M4. I love the sound of that one. Spraying them down, but not connected.
Yeah, and you can hear the M249 just raging over here as well. Nova and the Unnamed are just so close together. AZ's got the tree, got the hill, but unable to spot Ran. I think Ran's just going to wait it out because you want to get those kills. That's 3 points.
The rest of the squad mates bleeding on out. Bucky's going to be in the fire. Groza spray down from AZ, but AZ
done.
Yeah, position compromised. The Unnamed. 8 kills coming out on top of that one. Sam was knocked in the process. Wildcard, they have been going up against INTZ for some time now, throwing some grenades back and forth, trying to get a knock here and there. But really, the Unnamed are just taking this game, and they are shoving everybody's faces in the mud.
Yeah, they have the position really well. The zone, like these kind of deadly hardships at the end, oh, they're just so favorable for your squad. So now it's just them time for them to just reset and shoot everything that moves. You can see Wildcard, they're having to bully their way on in. Looks like they do have all 4 up still and some pretty good real estate at the edge of the circle. They have to watch out for INTZ, though. This next zone is going to be super critical if they want to be able to try to get this done. They got 8 kills themselves. Wildcard's putting in work.
Everybody playing the edge right here. Sam with their winter sweater on, crawling in the wheat fields. Pedro connecting on to J7 to clean that one up real quick and then casually drive on off reposition. Sam getting really close to INTZ in grenade range. Gonna start to toss a couple of these bad boys right in their direction.
Yeah, it's crazy to see that, like, you know, J7 with tempo just was taken out right there. Got 4 points. 4 points in 6th place. And now the top 5. This is what we've been talking about. These are the points that matter. Darius with a great nade onto Acer. And that is a huge fragger that's going to be knocked at the worst time, considering that the zone hard shift away from them completely. So they got to get him up, rezzed, and then try to get in this next circle. Oh, look at those nades from Pedro.
Hey, no surprise, right? Pedro grenades, match made in heaven right there. So that arm, Pedro has the golden arm in the lobby. Let's see if Pedro can get the follow-up nades right here. All right.
Well, we'll give that one to the wind. That was the wind right there.
The wind, yeah.
The crosswind. He didn't calculate for it, no problem. But can he continue on? I mean, yeah, we've seen Pedro just bust out some of the most insane nades we've seen, period. Not just in PMPL. And, oh,
just in life.
You saw some tough, some little tough to grass right there. That looks nice. Oh, the nade, though. Pedro. The golden arm.
Talking you up. Yeah, we've been talking you up, Pedro. You know that one's money. That one's in the smokes. Ooh, but right. I mean, Pedro's been training that arm so well, he goes way past them. Nini, though, gotta be spotting out the push, the pull up. from Wildcard. Slicky, though, quickly hitting the dirt after getting sprayed on. Nini cooking the grenade. Gonna be rolling that one down.
It's good.
And right on top of Slicky.
Great nade right there. And I love how, like, as soon as he saw it, he instantly got that nade and started cooking it. But look how fast Wildcard is able to get those. No, that was a team nade. Neto. Oh, no, BDM. Sorry.
BDM.
So close.
The backstab.
The backstab.
And then they go.
Yeah, and got 4th place, so another position. Wow, what a finish right there.
BDM, though, they've been showing up. I mean, we said it in the pre-show. This is a completely different squad looking back at last week in the scrims. I don't know. They're just feeling it, man. Bucky in between the 2 tires of the buggy, using it for cover right now. I believe Bucky is the last one alive. Gamma, pan in hand, crawling in the wheat fields, planning on using that pan as a bullet deflector. Looks like we're going to be dropping the backpacks right now.
Yeah, we saw him drop a gas can right there. That's interesting to see. And here comes it. Here comes the snake play. I mean, Wildcard still got 4 up. All they got to do is just play together, make some plays. Should be an easy win for them. We'll see, though, because INTZ has an angle. Oh, he spots one.
Ooh,
It's your Darius. Oh, he's got the MK.
Hey.
The MK14, the Bob Barker.
Ooh. Ah. The MK14 from Darius. Spraying down onto Sam, but Sam, prone position. The tripod from the DP.
Sam just showing the DP can still put in the work right there. And that just forces Gamma to just still hit the lay down. He wants to at least get 2nd place. And his eyes are on Bucky right now rather than Wildcard. Interesting.
Yeah,
It's like a little love triangle going on right here.
You know, I mean, I gotta assume Gamma is aware of Bucky's position. Just how tunnel vision they are. So Sam taking out Gamma right there. Yeah, Bucky. I believe this is a 1v3.
Good luck, Bucky.
Good luck.
Good luck, man.
Soldier.
Because, I mean, these guys are fragging out. Yeah, that's going to do it right there. Wildcard winning game number 1 here in day 6 of the scrims. And Spring getting 6 kills to himself. Sam popped off there at the end. Got 5 of his own. Acer picking up 2. Wildcard coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Dude, BDM Neto, 6 kills as well. 4th place. BDM. Oh, man. INTZ in 3rd place. B4 5th. Tempo out of all that mayhem. 6th place. Then Nova in 7th.
I mean, that was a crazy, like, last-minute nade by Neto to be able to knock out Nini right there. I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. My eyes got a little blurry there. I thought I saw 2 B names. Thought it was the same team for a second. My mistake, but man, what a play that we see here. And Wildcard just kind of running over there and still keeping 4 up at the end. Not easy to do.
I mean, what Wildcard they went Severny, right?
Sure.
So, I mean, Circle 1, Circle 2 definitely favored Severny. But then again, you know, that doesn't happen often, right? A lot of times we get these Erangel circles and Severny's not even in it. I mean, I want to say 8 out of 10 times it's not favoring Severny. So just the fact that they finally get favored in their drop location and to see what they can accomplish with that, that's really good.
Yeah, definitely a great start if you are Wildcard right there. Still a lot more matches left to go. We got 3 more left to go here today. So after that one, let's see what the score leaderboard looks like right here, because so far we've definitely seen some big changes. And as we look on over to page number 1, BDM Esports still gonna hold that top spot right now.
Yeah, BDM, I mean, right there at the end I have Nito, 6 kills to be able to backstab and get some additional placement points. 60 points altogether. Right behind them, Wildcard Gaming with 58. Tempo Storm, 3rd place. Nova Esports and Loops Esports right neck to neck tied, actually.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see that chicken dinner through Wildcard. A real good bone right there, because they're not only 2 points behind BDM. And, you know, a lot of top teams right here. Look at this. Wildcard, Tempo, Loops, Cloud9, Nova. I mean, all squads that we thought we would see definitely there. BDM, though, at the top of it all. Love to see it. Love to see it. Moving on over to page 2, you see the Unnamed. We're going to start off this list currently in 9th place. Moving on over, Execute Klaze, all the way down to Team Queso in 16th.
Yeah, it happens. But like we said, these results kind of skewed just because other teams have more matches. As we can see in the match column, some squads got 3, some squads got 4. Mainly on this page, a lot of teams, they didn't even play yet here today, just the Knights. So looking on into the next game, I'm sure defeaters, XSET, 19 Esports, they're looking to make the come up, make the comeback, and slowly climb their way, at least on that second page here at the end of tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes one game, I think. One good, solid game, and it's gonna fly up the leaderboards. But man, it's kind of insane to see. Like after 3 matches, only 2 points. This new scoring system's just brutal. It's so brutal right here. But I mean, definitely a surprise, I think, to see XSET's currently having such a tough time so far in these scrims.
XSET in the chat. Hey, they're gonna come back, Jukes. I ain't worried, man. They started rough with the Milta versus Klaze fight.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they might have lost some motivation, some confidence, because yeah, they got taken out. All right, I'm just gonna say they got taken out. And Klaze, they played that one really well. They kept pulling back slower and slower, repositioning. Meanwhile, XSET, they were just so hungry. They were just so thirsty to take out Klaze that I feel like they kind of underestimated them. I feel like that's going to kind of make them wake up and realize, like, all these teams, they can gun, right? Like, they got the ability to gun. They have the communication skills. I think you have to pay a little more respect to that.
I mean, definitely, because at the end of the day, I think that wide open push in the street is definitely, you know, come money time, I don't think XSET's going to make those type of plays, you know. So it's, but at the same time, that's what I love about the scrims, is that we're going to be able to see, you know, these teams just kind of saying, hey, you know what? This is our house, Klaze. You know, we got a couple knocks on you. We're going to run on the open street and see what happens. But at the same time, Klaze has said, hey, you know what? You can't make those kind of loose mistakes because we're going to make you pay for it so far. But you know, speaking of pay for it, you don't have to. This is all free, ladies and gentlemen, to watch right here. You feel like you should almost because of such an amazing production, be able to see such high-level PUBG Mobile play. But we got a whole bunch more left to go coming up next. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this quick, short commercial break. What's going on, everybody? Hot Jukes here, back with Mustache Dave. Game number 2, about to get started here. And we're in Vikendi, baby. It's your favorite map, Dave.
Let's go.
Vikendi,
let's go.
Let's get it. And here we go. We're looking at the playing path, looking beautiful here as these players, they're in here, they're set, they're buckled up. Actually, they're not, but their buckles are off now because they're ready to jump out this plane.
They have buckles, though. Parachutes. I got your back.
Safety first, always, you know. Then teamwork. And you can see here, it's a nice little northern plane path going from the east to the west. And it's the Ace, Wildcard, Wildcard jumping out a little early. I think we normally see Wildcard drop Villa. So maybe they're doing something a little bit different here. Dropping a little quick. Actually, Volnova seems to be their spot too, so interesting.
A little bit of, that's what you're hitting us with here, Jukes. It's
Little
all here.
ooh, yeah. At the same time, like, I'm a fan. Like, at the same time, like, as much as I'm a spectator and everything, I'm a fan. And you know what I'm a fan of the most? It's them water circles, baby. Gotta have it.
This is identical yesterday. Identical yesterday. The castle. Look at the castle. Look at the castle, bro.
I don't know, Dave. I'm gonna have to give it. Yesterday, you said 32%. I said 31. Yeah. In the chat, what do you think this one is? I'm gonna say it's like 28, somewhere on there.
Ah, that's 29, man. Come on, man.
Why are we always off 20?
Because you know what you're doing.
What? Tell me.
No, look. If you follow the coastline of Vihar, you go down. There's a little circle of water in between Vihar and Milnar. You see that little indent on the coast?
I gotcha.
You didn't count that, man. There's like a little tiny circle, like a little cove type of area. That's that percent, man. Jukes, one day, man. One day. I'm teaching you the way. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. You know what? I got to get my glasses checked.
Seriously.
You know? Because I'm
Last game was BDM. What's this game? It's 30 or it's 28. Like, come on, man.
Man, I'm throwing. Speaking of throwing, Wildcard down 1 so far. Andres also knocked here. But still, you know, it's a good solid 3v3. Looks like Ace is coming to back up Sam right now on this press against Orlando. 2v1 coming up here. Oh, Orlando was waiting for it. Oh, Sam, though, with a quick return.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, man. That actually got Ace, both those players low.
Yeah. How many members of Wildcard? Whoa! Hold 19. The front door. What is going on over here? 19, I see Asta, I see Tricks. They're crawling away. They're bleeding out. Mad Max in fear. They need to pull up. They need to provide the support. Mad Max Uzi, / Tommy Gun, / Battle Axe. Ready to take this game by the horns right now. Let's see what we can do. Sanhok running up the stairs. There's 1, there's 2.
Uzi out.
The Battle Axe, Mad Max.
3
is going to be able to pull this off. Oh, so close right there. Wow, but no cigar.
I mean, talk about Mad Max. I mean, just making some plays. That was 3. I mean, he almost had that 4v1 squad wipe. And could you not have like a better position and guns to do it? He was holding that stairs really well, and I think he just started feeling himself because he had the Thompson, he had the Uzi, switching back between those two monsters. Man, almost got it done in a 4v1. That was close.
And you know what? In the case of Mad Max, great, phenomenal. In the case of Alpha 7, you need to learn something from that one. You know, you need to take some notes on what not to do. They were pushing up the stairs one at a time. They almost all died. They almost all wiped to a solo right there.
And you know what's so crazy? Because, you know, like, we're watching this and we say that it's 1 at a time. And we're talking about, like, the second player is I mean, not even seconds. Like, we're talking, like, 5 feet behind him. And that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the difference. If you look at, like, loops, the way they push, a lot of the top squats, they're literally almost shoulder to shoulder together. And that's what you have to be when you're trying to use your numbers advantage to its best potential. We even saw Wildcard, right? They had even and that's one of the top teams. They were a little bit split up there, and they almost got 2v1'd. So
pushing in the closet one at a time. Yeah, like you said, like milliseconds apart from one another, but not at the same time, you know? And you get chunked down, and not only that, you kind of expose yourself to getting thirsted. And XSET, Team Queso, Mystic on the balcony, putting in the work right now. So we can have a door breach. Jumping down over here. Nice little spray down, able to avoid that danger for the time being. Nico with the Uzi, pop Walking around the corner, going for some sprays. Gonna be chunked down themselves. Does have a lot of information through these windows, trying to get this heal off before breaching that door, breaching that compound. This is gonna be the first one. Oh, but blocked by the door right there. Jumping down, taking down Angry from the back. Ah, they just got, they got body slammed.
They just got, indeed.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's them getting body slammed.
man,
You know,
I mean,
right
XSET, they already are pretty low on the leaderboards here starting off in week 2. And just right there, like, they got to do an engagement. And it looked like it's crazy how fast it just turned around, because they looked to see like they were on the aggression. Then the rest of Team Queso just came in hot and just used that numbers advantage and just picked them apart one by one. Still, you definitely have to see a little bit of synergy put it together. I got a chance to talk to Angry the other day, and you know, Joey's a new pickup for them, and this is his first time playing at this level of competitive. So that's an additional factor that they have to add in, because, you know, if you're on a new team, you know, you want to be one of the top squads, your synergy has to be, like, all 4 people have to be clicking at the same time. And and this is not to blame one person in particular, because at the end of the day, it's a team game. You know, it's just like, also, when you have new members added, everything, like that little itty-bitty synergy, it can make other players question their own play, everything. So, you know, over time, they're going to definitely start clicking. They definitely have the experience and the work ethic to get it done. I just think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing it.
Looking at their stats real quick, this is out of, I think, yesterday's games. It says, yeah, 2 and 3 games played here. XSET, you got Angry, 1 kill so far. You got Nico, no kills. Juicy, 1 kill. Joey, no kills. So, yeah, I feel like they just aren't being able to kind of, you know, catch their foothold, right? And really get that momentum rolling. Like, we always see them in these early fights and just getting picked apart, right? I mean, they're just not able to get their momentum rolling. And I feel like when they do, I mean, these are some players that we've seen in the past. You know, like, they have the experience. And I think with Joey, that new blood, that new talent can really enhance the squad. You know, it could be what is it, like, you know, when you get a new friend coming into the house, you know, like a house party type of deal. Like, yeah, it's just the vibe, you know, it's upbeat type of deal. So I feel like Joey could bring that to the squad.
Totally possible. You know, he could be the guy that's bringing the pizza and drinks, you know, and that's just
that's what I'm saying.
That takes the party to a whole other level, you know. Or, I mean, he could be the guy that eats all the pizza and drinks. Who knows, you know?
Nah, he's the party enhancer.
Okay,
right?
gotcha. He's the one that's bringing them. He's the one that's bringing it. I'd love to see it. And it's so, I mean, at the end of the day, this is such a at this level of competition, the standards are just so high. And I know people in the chat are like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. They could say that they're throwing and things like that. You just got to understand the competition, that the level of play that every single squad is playing at. Like, you could have a dynamite roster of just, you know, 5-star players. And they're not clicking on all cylinders. You're not going to be able to compete with these teams that are. And, influence. Not able to get away from the defeaters on this game. Going to lose 2 members.
And this is good for the defeaters, because last game they lost 3 early on, and then they were forced to just have 1, kind of go for those placement points, play that insurance policy. So for them to kind of come out the gate here, get a couple kills underneath their belt. And yeah, back to the whole XSET thing, like, I feel like it's just a matter of time. And I know that's, you know, I'm really optimistic, but I know for a fact, like, these are scrims too, so maybe they are not 100% focused as well, which is fair to say. You know, we've heard that from a couple of these players here. But when it comes to PMPL time, like, you want these scrims to be the jump pad, right? Like, that momentum booster. Like, you believe in yourself. You know you could fight these teams in this lobby, because these are the same teams that will be here next week as well. So, like, if you could take these fights, you can win these fights, you're going to know you got it in the bag, right? And then compared to finding out next week, like, oh, can we take this fight or not, when it really counts.
Yeah, you know what? And the crazy part about this is, like, nothing prepares you, like, for the pressure of PMPL. Even these scrims, you can't tell how a player is going to play, because there's a difference between playing scrims and feeling and understanding that there's nothing on the line versus having everything on the line. You can have some players that are just so efficient. You know, you see them in scrims dominating. You know, you see them in, you know, on videos going crazy. and then, you know, that the lights are on them, the pressure, you know, it's sometimes it's very difficult to deal with, and a lot of people, you know, struggle with that. So you can see some monster players have issues come PMPL time, but at the same time, though, we see the squads that are able to just stay consistent regardless. You have to do it together as a squad, and yeah, it's interesting to see just the development of all these different teams, some with veteran players, some with new players, mixing it up, and how they perform in this kind of environment.
I'm looking forward to XSET though. I mean, I know how they've been doing
That's a
here.
stacked roster.
You know, the points, the scores. Like you know, we can all see the numbers, but honestly, the potential. That's what I'm looking at. That is exactly what I'm looking at. So, hey, if you want to send me that XSET jersey, I'll wear that thing all day and night. So, looking on over here in the south, you got Loops, you got Klaze, you got Ace, right on top of one another. Looks like Klaze actually sent one of their members to loot this crate, but I think Loops might be on the hunt to pick that up for themselves here.
Yeah, we're starting to see these rotations come on down, south side. And this is what I was talking about. So you see how like a lot of the top teams are always kind of sticking together, and you can just see Wildcard, Loops, try like all those teams, just all on that southern side having the same idea. Ace, Dudu, getting the knock and thirst onto Kowalski. Dadin makes him pay for it a little bit with that knock. Not able to see that engagement right here. Oh, here we go. Oh, Ace is coming in hot. Oh, but Carrillo's still alive. That's the threat right there.
They have the numbers, though. They have the numbers. Oh, they got a volley. They got the grenades out.
But it's Carrillo.
Oh!
But it's Carrillo. That's the problem.
It is. You can't get taken out here. Mafioso trying to jump. They know exactly where they are. They just can't seem to pin the nail in the coffin right here.
Ace is done.
Wildcard and Dadin pretty much able to take out Ace right there. Ace getting a little too confident in their footwork. Mitts over here in a little 1v1. The drop shot right there, able to come out on top with the M4. Yeah, the whole Ace kerfuffle. I mean, what did you see? I mean, honestly, I think they really wanted to get Carrillo inside the building, underestimating Dadin on the outskirts right there.
I mean, it's like, why is it that every single time you see Carrillo just kind of like in a situation where he has to defend himself, you're always going to see something magical happen? You know, I think we've seen it every single time. And even right there, I was like, it's still Carrillo. That's the problem. And that's just a different monster. It's like when he's on his own, he flips a switch, and his play style just gets like 10 times more aggressive. And, I mean, yeah, of course, Wildcard came in and helped them out. But it's like almost like a curse, right? When you're trying to go against someone at 1v1, somehow you still lose it. Whether it's by his hands or an insane third party. But, I mean, Loop's still up 2 members. And this is a deadly duo still. I mean, these guys are just so good, so good.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see that duo be able to secure themselves a top 5. Like, we've seen that multiple times, so you really can't count them out yet. They do have Wildcard right ahead of them. Wildcard had a really good game number 1 here, so that's kind of concerning for me if I am a Loops fan looking for the best game possible with that duo. Alpha 7, they already got 4 kills to themselves as well. They're going to be right there to the east side. And then Tribe up there to the north. And I'm looking real quick. I saw something, Kinge, I believe, birthday. So if they are playing here.
Oh!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kinge! That's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, that just an awesome member of this community. A really great individual. For those of you guys that don't already, go follow that man on Twitter. A great leader for his squad as well. I got the chance to witness his gameplay and skills firsthand. Played with him before in the past too, in a few matches, and really great dude overall. So happy birthday, King A! Make it a good one.
Happy birthday! Make it a good one. Get a chicken dinner here, and then right to the north of the birthday boy, Team Queso, Meta, over there on the coast. We got Execute. I also noticed last night Execute, they were playing with Zute. Tonight they got Echo in as well. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the next couple games here, but they're still kind of swapping them in and out.
Yeah, they're just kind of holding on. Look at Ints. He's got that machete out.
Machete.
Looking good. And
ready to chop anyone up who enters that door.
Why did he take off his helmet? And his mask.
Listen, you're going full-blown machete. Ah, okay.
Okay. Maybe he just wanted to, you know, clean it off. It was getting a little sweaty.
Clean enough.
But I'm surprised. It's cold out here. Raven for the Unnamed. Keep an eye right here in this 2v1 against Nueve. Will he be able to get the pickup? Got the AK out. Oh, HQA's got some good angles. Yeah, I think the Unnamed most likely is just gonna kind of hold this position, try to wait for an entry knock with a nade, and then go from there.
We see him tossing some mollies on his second store as well. They're looking for the breach. Q Wang might use this door, bait it out. We'll see what we can get going on right here. You gotta be careful though. We see over there, and I believe Q Wang is aware, the defeaters, you know, within range to possibly third party take some shots on this fight if they do have the opportunity to do so. Bucky getting ready to toss this grenade. Looks like they're all kind of in a stalemate for the time being.
Yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen, is that they're just going to kind of hold this position because it's still zone number 3. There's 13 teams remaining, and I think they're opting to be neighbors right here. You know, hey, split the payment, split the bills, you know, 2 ways. It's going to definitely save them some money. I mean, they're just going to wait this out, see where the next zone goes. Now, if the next zone hard shifts off them, you're going to definitely see them just kind of get into it really quick because they're going to want to be able to get to that next zone as quickly as possible.
See, Skies does have a molly, so if we can land that molly right there, that's going to be huge. Nueve making some movement right here, going to be proning behind the couch, looking to cook a grenade, maybe even ricochet it off of that window sill, get that perfect angle. Ooh, cooking it just a little too much right there, but that ricochet was really on point.
It was really, really close right there. And that's just, like, I love to see that innovation from some of these players. Trying to get angles, Key Wing! Oh! He ran up, here we go. Brand with the shots, F7, Free Fire like crazy coming on out. Only Bucky's knocked, F3. And I think that's it right there. Quick fly, oh wait, no. Oh! Skies! Said it ain't it, yeah, you just said. And now it's it. Sorry, done.
Now it's it. Now it's it. But it came down to a 1v1. Raven, the last one up for the squad right here. And we already hear those gunshots over there in the distance. These other teams, the Vultures, trying to third party this one, trying to get these confirms for themselves. But the Unnamed all going to be up here in this nice little room to themselves. I don't see anybody on the mini-map pushing them quite yet. So, Skies, yeah, second floor by themselves pretty much at the end. Just, I want to say waiting for their death, essentially, compared to pushing down the stairs while the Unnamed were collapsing in on their squad mates.
Yeah, I mean, they just decided, hey, let's go and let's get this fight done right now. And I'm surprised because I figured they were going to just keep on waiting now that they were in this next circle. But, hey, press the action, got to make plays. And the Unnamed is able to make a couple plays a little bit stronger than them. Alpha 7, super. They're this last 2, and they played that super separate. There's no way he's going to go for this res. Will he? I mean,
they're
risky.
tossing out some smokes. Yeah, they're tossing out some smokes.
That's risky.
You got the duo up here on top of the iceberg, looking right on top of them. And their movement, I mean, they're going back and forth. They're making sure not to sit still, because once when you start to sit still, that's when you get your head bopped. And even when they're popping energies, making sure to continue to move. I mean, that's just the high-level gameplay that, you know, we've came to expect from Loops.
Yeah, plus it also just kind of keeps your fingers warm, right? Your reaction time has to just be at a whole nother level to play this lobby. And, you know, you're constantly just moving them fingers, keeping them nice and ready. You're always, you know, quick to hit those shimmies. And that's one thing when you see Carrillo, like, up close in his gameplay and the times he's done those 1v4s, 1v3s, his reaction time and just, like, quick flicks are just insane. So solid. And he's going to have to, you put in the work, because this next zone goes on up. It's going to be touching Dino Park. I always love myself a good Dino Park ending. And Loops is going to be, the last 2 members are going to be on the south side of it, about to crest onto Tribe right here. I'll see how it works out. And moving on over, TDN versus INTZ.
INTZ down there on the low ground game of Vega. Nit's going to be within the compound, but Nitsu getting a nice little grenade up here from above, delivering it right towards Mit's footsteps, and then the follow-up Molly in the smokes. Very smart play. Ooh, we got another Molly as well. Going to be blocking the doorway right there. That might actually touch Gamma. 3 Mollies. How many Mollies does Nitsu have? from up here on top of the roof, and essentially they're trying to gatekeep INTZ right now. Gonna get that little jump from roof to roof, reposition, try to catch them off guard with another angle.
Yeah, he's just trying to put the pressure on because he knows that they're outside of the zone. But INTZ, you know, making a really smart rotation, using that building coverage, running alongside the circle, just trying to find a great position. And they're going to get that res off as well from Mitz. That was such a great play right there. Mitz just crawled all the way over there, hugged the wall, used that coverage, and then they rotated around to pick him up. Really, really smart.
Kind of like a bait smoke they also tossed INTZ right there. But looking over here, Team Queso, I mean, Nisu's getting awfully close, pretty much in a 1v3 situation on the hunt right there. And talking about the birthday boy behind the log stacks right now, right in front of him, 2 members from Loops, the duo, Dadin and Carlio. Let's see if King A gets the one up on him. Actually gonna be pulling back towards their squad mates into the cover to maybe get a better angle and cut off Loops.
Yeah, King A, happy birthday, my man. You're triggering my OCD, though. Currently hanging out with 98% health, you know. But he wants to save that energy drink. That's the thing. He wants to save it for later. He's going to have to make some plays right here. There goes King A catches Carrillo himself.
There you go. There's
oh,
one.
But it's stolen!
Oh, but stolen from Swagman. Can we get the other one, though?
Oh,
yes. King A will be able to confirm Dadin, and is not very happy with Swagman out there. Going to be trying to blow up that Dallas deal, get a nice explosion right there. Then G3 from the squad, the teammate, able to get the confirm right there. So, honestly, for being his birthday, I'm going to give him the 3 knocks right there. All right, he put in the work for those 3.
And he took out some monster players. I mean, he's one of the top fragger in the World League. You know, got it done. King A, such a strong player. Moving on over, we see Execute holding outside the circle. 10 seconds left on the zone. You can just see him trying to put this pressure on right now because they need to get going and running into this next zone quick. I'm surprised we're not seeing some smokes already out from these guys. Never mind, you don't need smokes when you got a vehicle, you know? Yeah. And here they go. And I love how they used 1 member to hold angles and then had the other 2 press up. Really well played from Execute.
Able to secure themselves this building for the time being, and trying to look. I got my glasses on. I don't know if this is actually in the next circle. It's right there on the edge, but they might need to cross this street here. And got Team Queso looking at it right now. Ayala, I believe we saw with the MK14 right there, able to scoop up a ghillie suit. And then over there in the south, gonna be Klaze also trying to take some shots, trying to take out Execute.
Yeah, we saw him have to use some bandages out of. He wants to save all the kit he can. And this is just like crazy. Every single zone, every single team right now is just holding the edge of the zone because this middle of the street and open field is all set. Nobody can really hold that safely. Otherwise, you'll have every single team looking at you. You see Marco with that Thompson, just putting that pre-fire, trying to catch some, you know, catch some hit markers inside the smoke. That seems to be everybody's plan right now.
Perfect window to spray that as well. 8 teams to go, so if you get taken out here, that's 1 point. Not counting any kills, and looks like all these squads are gonna be right here. A lot of these teams, at least, right here on the west side. Next zone does go on up, so all these teams in the west, they need to make their move right now. Nitsu from Team Queso trying to get the spray down right now on the Execute. Got him! Members splitting on out 4. Execute. They just got taken out right there on the edge of the blue zone.
Great finish right there through the smokes to be able to hit those hit markers. Not easy to do, but he is able to get it done. And Tribe in the vehicle in late game, trying to make a rotation on in. Hopefully able to bounce out. Looks like they are going to be able to set up that car wall in this next zone. And Team Queso, now it's their time to try and be able to make it in.
Yeah, they have to make it in. Looks like Marco needs to reposition with their squad mates, trying to make sure the coast is clear before doing so. 7 kills so far onto Team Queso, but Klaze right on the outskirts of this one, knocking on the door. Marco asking if they're home, tossing some mollies up there. Luquitas, always the last one alive for Meta. Always that insurance policy, always able to try to clutch it out. But this time around, Meta has their squad mates. So we'll see what they can do here.
That is true. They're all set up in full laydown mode right now because the rest of the squad is outside the zone. So they're trying to be real quiet and push on in. Oh, look at INTZ. So close to Escanor.
Oh,
Will he see him? When will he shoot?
Oh,
there it is.
The trail of the snow. Here we go. NTX opening up with the barrel. Getting that quick confirm.
It's
Trying to get
caught,
behind that
though.
tree, but Gazme not happy. Not happy with that one. And Luquitas at the same time was spotted. So Meta, they had 4 up. Now they're down to 2.
Down to 2 remaining players here. Can they get it done? Tribe having a solid game so far. 5 kills to their name, setting up a beautiful car wall as well as they have this hill. A lot of smokes on them though, reducing their sight line. But Telly putting down some shots down range onto Klaze, saying leave my squad alone here. Can he confirm a knock from this position?
One of the members from Klaze getting tapped by the blue zone right there towards the end. They were really low from the spray down from Telly and C-Gut. King A still popping up. Going to be knocking out Marco right there. Ooh, but King A was connected on. Let's see if they'll be able to get the revive. Looks like King A was trying to third party the push from Team Queso as they are trying to attempt to get on into the new zone and breach the compound that we see Defeaters. Ghosty on the second story. Saw them underhanding a smoke out there, maybe blocking the sight lines, but I feel like that's going to open it up for Team Queso over here just to get a free breach.
Yes, they are, and you can see Mystic trying to throw some nades to get that entry knock. Team Queso have been having to work hard for this one, pushing constantly into zone. Look at the kill feed. Telly gets a knock on a Gazme. Defeaters Ghost. He's going to have to hold this down. Free fire a little too early. Did it go?
Straight down for Yala right here. They're looking for the last one. Fishy just out there in the fields, just spraying down, trying to connect right there. Gonna be taken out. So unlucky to be. We saw right before 2 members push across that window. The pre-fire and then the reload right there towards the end. Just unfortunate. 2 teams to go though. Mr. Birthday Boy, King A in the smokes with Telly, with Siga. They lost G3 in the process. Across the street, across the way. 4 members of Team Queso. Telly has this tree to work with for the time being.
Man, I can only imagine how much damage that tree has received right now as they are just free-firing so hard on it. And it's only going to leave Telly and C-Gut up left. Now it's all up to C-Gut in the smoke. 3v1. Can he get it done?
Yeah,
Queso,
one
all
more
their
bullet
free-firing
that
is
tree.
so hard.
Yeah, 17 kills, by the way.
17 kills?
17, yep, if they get this last
Make it
one,
18.
that's going to be 18. 18 kills for Team Queso, and you called it, 2 minutes ago. You said Team Queso, every single circle shift, they had to continue to fight to even make it on into that zone. Like, they didn't get favored once, and out of all that, they came out on top.
Man, this is the game that I've been waiting to see for Team Queso so bad, because back, in Berlin, they were the champions. We saw such an emotional, roller coaster that they went on when they won that. And recently, we've kind of always seen them in that, 6th, 7th place position. But here, getting a chicken dinner with 7, that's just a ridiculous amount of kills. What a strong finish for Team Queso. 18 in total.
18. Yeah, breaking a record here
That's
for
the record.
scrims.
Yeah.
Yeah, for scrims. So breaking the record. And then in second place, though, King A, 3 kills. Telly, 1. G3, 1. C-Gut, 1. So they were able to secure themselves that second place finish. And then in third, Klaze Esports.
Klaze Esports knocking it down in third. Man, Team Queso, that's got to be that's the squad that I'm definitely looking at right here, because after that, that they got to be pumped up. They got to be hyped for sure, because all of LATAM has to be excited, because anytime Team Queso does well, they got a lot of fans, they got a lot of people supporting them, and they're one of the few teams that has as much experience as they do with still holding pretty much the same 4 members. So for them now to get a chicken dinner with 18 kills, I can't wait to see what the leaderboard is going to look like right now after that match. And you know what? Let's get right to it as we move on to the first page. And you can see it. Third place.
Okay. Third place, 51 total points. So they got 28 kills. Wow. So man, they got so many kills that last game, really bumping them up there to the top. Wildcard up there in first. BDM knocked down to second after that game. Tempo Storm still up here in that top 5 in 4th place.
I mean, 4 matches, right? In one match, they almost tripled their amount of kills from the other 3. I mean, that is insane. 18 kills, you know, they got in this one, and they only had 10 prior. So, I mean, this just flew them up the leaderboards. What a performance right there for Team Queso. Something that we have not seen so far in these scrims. Moving on over to page 2. And you can just see, you know, Tribe Gaming, with that finish, that's going to move them up to 9th place. Man, this leaderboard is starting to move like crazy.
Yeah, and Klaze kind of falling into the same rhythm that we saw them fall into last week when it comes to the PMPL scrims. They were always getting really good placement points. And, I mean, that's a challenge in its own, right? To be able to get top 3, to get top 4, top 5. Like, that's the goal. But when it comes to the kills, pretty low. I mean, pretty low in the kill department. So if they can just bump that notch up just a little bit, teeny whit more, I can see this team being on the top page every single day.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And, man, it's just so crazy. You got to get it done both ways. You got to place well, and you got to frag out of your mind with this new point system. It is brutal, brutal, brutal. But that's it. That's it for match number 2. We still got 2 more left to go. Next one up. It's Sanhok, baby. So, you know, I'm pumped up for that one. You got to be as well. So, don't go anywhere. We'll be back once these players are locked and loaded, ready for match number 3. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here. Hot Jukes here with Mustache Dave. And that's it. We're back in this. We're getting straight into this game. Sanhok game number 3. And we can just look right now at this beautiful playing path heading straight down the center, as you can see. And we're already seeing teams drop out real quick. You know that we're going to see loops go to boot camp. We're going to see Team Queso not in this match, I believe. But we will see Cloud9 going to Paradise.
Hey, Team Queso, they're taking a lunch break. You know, they're taking a lunch break after that game. Their cheese is melted. It's perfect for the nachos, so they're going to be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy that one. XSET, though. XSET, look at them. They're all kind of going their separate ways over there in the middle of the map of boot camp, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, you know, and speaking of interesting, look at the first circle halfway in the water. And it's so funny because when I was talking to some of these players and asking them, what do you think is the worst zone that you guys feel? And I can't tell you how many times I heard this northwest circle. It's Sanhok. It's one of the most difficult to deal with because if you don't land on that island, it is so difficult to get there.
No, we'll fix it. Let me get a boat Tate in the chat. Where the boat Tate's at? Where the boat Tate's at? That's all I want. My birthday is a nice boat Tate. Looking on over here, Klaze and Brazilian Rampage. Klaze always find themselves in some fights here. Orlando bleeding on out. Looks like Seba is going to be able to get a little closer here. Popping on over to Andres. Hitting the dirt real quick. Oh, that was a surprise. Brazilian Rampage, 4 members surrounding Andres right now. Can they make it out alive?
Oh boy, got caught right there. Entry though, the rest of the team just so quick on that support. They're going to get the revive, get the reset going. Elton trying to throw a grenade, it looks like, to just kind of try to stop the pressure a little bit. That hurt. That one did. He's got no helmet, no vest, though. One bad mistake, one bullet's all it's going to take to catch him.
Yeah. Got the Sanhok sweater, though. Definitely has that, so we'll see if that'll be able to help him here with the motivation on coming out on top. Orlando was able to get revived just a couple moments ago. Picking up some additional loot over there. AKM in hand. Looks like they're going to be pulling back just a little bit. Oh, a little surprise fire right there. I mean, looking at Klaze, it's 1-1-1. They're all kind of split, you know. They're all kind of split here, still continuing to loot on up. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of this one, Brazilian Rampage, like, they're hunting them down. That's just a fact.
Yeah, I wonder if that has to do with the flight down, because maybe they thought that they were here by themselves, Klaze, and that's why they, you know, maybe dropped so split to try and loot up. At the same time, though, Brazilian Rampage had to have seen them and land really close together and just came to support each other right off the rip. And, man, look how fast Loops were on this rotation. They've learned their lesson. That's for sure. Like, when it comes to these type of zones from boot camp, they loot up so quick, and they try to get to this zone and island as fast as possible because they don't want to deal with it in late game. Oh, man, it's so rough trying to get here when you're getting gate kept like crazy. Loops on the run already.
In and out, man. In and out. And look at their formation. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Like, they're playing so close to each other that if one were to get knocked, you can count on the squad mate to pop a smoke real quick, try to get that revive, try to get that reset right there, compared to other squads who are kind of just all over the place, you know, playing their own game. Now, Loops, they're coming in here. They're playing together. They're playing that team game, something that we stress about all the time here. G25 out here. Pretty quiet. Papito, I gotta say, has not evolved into Papito here tonight. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, he's still in his Pepito form. And but once that man ascends, I mean, we can definitely see him make some plays. And you know, it's so crazy because you're talking about how like all these teams, you know, how they're like all over the place. At the end of the day, like they are playing together as a squad. The big thing though is just Loops is just at a whole nother level. I mean, when you look at Loops, like the way they play together, compared to another team, like we were talking about, we saw it earlier, like 5 meters apart is not together, and I think that's why they're so so advanced compared to you know these other squads that still haven't been able to kind of get that strategy down yet.
Yeah, and not to be confused, like these teams, to agree with you, like they are playing together, of course, but it's so easy for us to compare them to other squads who just, you know, they show their experience a little more here in this competitive field, right? Like we keep talking about Loops, how they're like shoulder to shoulder, they're right there. I mean, if we compared any of these teams to, say, you or me squatting up, we're going to be we're talking about all over the place. I'm going to be on the other side of the map, all right? Just driving around honking my horn. So
I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because if you and I were playing together against this lobby, bro, we're sticking side by side, snaking it to make it, baby. You know, that's how we're doing it. But at the same time, like, no, it's like you're right. I mean, just seeing like their togetherness makes other teams that play together look like they're playing everywhere, and I think that's why they're such a strong squad. It's so difficult too because they can understand each other's positions. They can you know, cover each other's angles, and they're just working as a unit rather than just, you know, 4 players trying to frag out their mind. And I think we've definitely seen, you know, you could have 4 superstars on a roster, but if they don't have that level of synergy, you don't really see them succeed at this high level. Not anymore. Maybe back in the day when it was all about just having 4 gunners, you know, separate, just getting it done. Now it's just gotta play together. Gotta be able to get it done as a squad.
4 players coming together.
2 brothers.
PMPL Scrims looking to build the perfect synergy. Execute its fate here on the rocks. Looking down here on top of XSET. Will execute. Will they come out on top? Will XSET? Will they get annihilated? We'll find out next week on PMPL Scrims.
Could you imagine if Fate grabbed a nade and chunked it down there and hit that? That would be insane. But you know what? You know, it's so funny because like you think, for those of you guys that don't really watch the other regions, you know, the two, like one of the two top squads in the East that are just absolutely insane. You think Bigatron Sports, right? You know, the new XQF is obviously insane, but RQ was also one of the most dominant squads in the East. And we're talking about synergy, right? Like how important it is, especially in this new meta. And they have two brothers playing on that squad, and they're twins. You know, so you can only imagine the synergy that they have. And I think that has a little bit to do with the credit to their success so well. And I can't wait to see the NA scene really develop. That uneven. Oh, the trap. Meta is bringing it on the Cloud9. Doesn't catch any of them. Oh, gets one.
Oh, yeah. Uneven, swapping their weapons right there. Escanar going to be over here in a very tricky situation. Wants to heal on up. Just going to be pre-firing that bush. Expecting to push over the hill. Uneven, about 2% HP.
How is
right
he alive?
Here with the barrel. Still alive. Bale is going to be bleeding out on the tail end of this one. We see the smokes already from the squad at are so wavy, trying to provide that support. But Meta, I see the support out there on the mini-map. Looks like they're going to be making the approach over here.
They needed to get there instantly, and since they waited there, boom, 2 players down. One thing to note though, off the bat, is look how fast Cloud9 was able to just hold it down, throw those smokes out, and then get that reset going. So quick, almost instant.
No time wasted, man. No time wasted. Not only that, like they're already getting the revive also. So they're going to have the numbers advantage over here. And it looks like the Abdul and Luquitas of the squad of Meta, they're forced to pull
XSET
back.
Man, XSET down 2 members already. And yeah, now it's Juicy and Nico on their own to the side here. But you know what, Dave? You're telling me earlier, right? You're asking me what's the strat? Like, what do you do when you're trying to go against a trap like that? I think Cloud9 just showed us the solution right there.
What?
You know, I mean, the strategy is you instantly, right? You have your whole squad just pre-fire that area, throw the smokes down, and try to just get that reset instantly. And you can just see that team play so strong, because at the end of the day, Cloud9 could have just tried to full push and try to make something happen, but they didn't panic. They stayed together, got the knock, got the reset up, and 2 kills and their full squad up, just like that. Could have gone the other way.
It could, and not only that, I think they're fortunate that in that situation, there was no real threat when it comes to the third party. Like,
oh, I thought you were gonna say there was no real threat from the 2 players that were sitting.
Oh, whoa, relax, dude, relax, dude.
I was like, oh my goodness, me.
So,
like,
but hear me out. I feel like it's kind of what Cloud9 do. Like, before even taking that fight, before making that push up that hill, they made sure to look 360. You know, they made sure to scout it out and make sure that if they do find themselves in an engagement, they're not going to be third parties, right? I mean, they're thinking not 1 step ahead, but 3 steps ahead. And that's kind of what my point is, because we see a lot of these team fights, you know, the 4v4s. Like, they're clashing at it. Next thing you know, we have a squad, especially on Sanhok. We got a squad up here in the mountains, on the hills, on the cliffs, just firing down upon them. And it's like, how did these 2 teams not look up on the cliff before taking the fight? Like, you kind of wonder. And I feel like Cloud9, you know, they do look up those cliffs. They make sure, like I said, they think 3 steps ahead.
oh man, and now they're thinking 4, because they just got another knock on the member. Oh, but you were talking about not the third party. Tribe's here with the third party. Luquitas is holding down this building by himself. Gets the knock on Bayo. Oh, man. And, you know, Tribe is hearing all this. They want these kills. They want this loot. Luquitas is going to have to make a big play. It's a 1v1 right now between Adder and Luquitas. Win it.
Luquitas spray around that rock. AKM versus barrel. Right to the face. Right to the face. Adder so wavy.
Oh, the 4th party.
Oh! Whoa, HQA.
Hello.
HQA. Cloud9, done.
Bye-bye. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Tribes, they said hello with that third party, and then HQA said, oh, look, free kills. You know, from a totally another angle. And if you're Cloud9, there's no way you're expecting a whole nother squad to be right there, up close and personal. And this is what we've been talking about. Like, this is one of the most deadly zones in the game. And, man, what a crazy turn of events for C9 in that 4v2, losing it.
Crazy night, man. Crazy night. Not only that, before all that craziness happened, I thought I saw BDM on that boat Tate, the only squad out there in the water, preparing their swimming skills. Oh, we got some mountain goats fighting over here. Execute versus Tempo. Tempo in a funnel right here. Echo getting it done with fanboys from Execute.
What a finish right there from Echo, taking out a monster squad that is Tempo Storm early. Yeah, a lot of big names coming out early in this Sanhok game. And that's why I love Sanhok. It's just because it's such a tough map to deal with. I think anybody can win it with the right position and right plays, getting it done. Man, but you know what? I got to tell you what, Dave. You were saying that Cloud9 was 3 steps ahead, this and that, right? Guess what? HQA, 10 steps ahead, baby, you know? Now they're busting out the chessboard. They've been playing checkers so far with the leaderboards, but now after that, oh, HQA come and bring the heat, but now they're in trouble with the
So what you're saying?
Oh,
what you're saying this whole time, HQA, they've been
intentionally,
sleeping on the bottom of the leaderboards. They're like, hey, ain't nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't even look over here. We only got 2 placement points in 1 week. Don't worry about us.
Chillin'.
Let us just be chilling. Next thing you know, bam, from behind, it's like, who's that? HQA, baby. They're coming up. They're coming up.
Hello, that's right. You know, that's
picking up the phone.
The shirt opening, right? That's it. You know, here we are, ready to play. And guess what? Now they got to get ready to swim across this circle, because this is not an easy rotation for them. We'll see if I am right. Yeah, I'm calling it intentional throwing. You know,
I have to agree. Yeah, strategic, because it's kind of funny because they're getting a lot of kills. Like, they're winning their gunfights, right? They're winning their gunfights. Looking back last week, they had like 40 kills, 30 kills, something around their number, with only 2 placement points. So it's like, yeah, I mean, they're trying to sleep. They're trying to make sure that other teams don't pay attention to them, don't study their strategies. Similar to what we talk about and what you said yesterday, a lot of these teams, they're looking at loops, and loops are at the top. You know, so they're starting to study their rotates, and that's not something that you want other squads, your opponents, to be doing. You know, you don't want them to be doing homework on you. So that's actually really smart to think about if teams are actually, you know, misleading their opponents here.
I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. I just didn't want to say it, you know. But at the end of the day, I just want to, you know, protect, you know, HQA.
I mean, it's your job, right?
Yeah.
Coach of Cloud9. You need to pay
goodness.
attention to other squads. You know, you need to keep it on the...
Gotta keep a close eye, right? I tell you what,
yeah.
that wasn't a play that I drew up, unfortunately. But we'll have to see how they do it. Totally joking, ladies and gentlemen, as if Cloud9 would even have me. But we're looking over here at...
For some reason, the chat still talks about it, so I just had to bring it up. I saw it last game.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, man, Twitch chat.
You got me blushing, Twitch chat. Thank you. I know you guys love me. I love you too. As we look over to this next zone that's coming on up, we're hitting zone 3 here, and this is like the Sanhok. Like, once you start hitting zone 5, just the blue zone. That's when the blue zone unleashes its fury upon the entire lobby. And this is, I think, going to be a zone where we're going to see that. Because anytime you see this northeast circle on Sanhok, it's always troublesome for so many teams. Look at B4.
Yeah.
Just, oh, they know PKs. Oh, look at this, the double snake. The double-headed snake of Levi and Pedro.
I would just chill, honestly. Like, I wouldn't even... Oh, I think they're both aware of one another, though. Yeah. I would just chill, though. If I'm up there on the cliffs, you know, nobody's going to be above you looking down. I think just wait it out. Because if they get into a fight right now, if they get taken out, that's 0 points, not including any kills that they might have. So I think just relax for now, you know, see what happens over here. So... I think information is key. Oh, but I think if it's a free kill, you might have to go for it.
Oh, we'll see, though. He's waiting.
Jet
He's waiting.
G, Jet
he wants
G.
it so bad. Next zone
Jet
goes
G.
up, though, and B4, they're in it. So they can just sit pretty. The rest of the squad's going to have to get into this next zone. It's going to be that zone 6 where we're going to see a lot more teams go out. HQA!
Oh, grenade on HQA! Is it good? Is it good?
Touched him.
Close. Touched him. Gave him the little love tap right there. In the blue, Duck gonna be in the blue, just kind of waiting it out. HQA repositioning. Duck gonna be lean peeking, spotted out, cross from HQA. Get that instant thirst right there.
Duck catching cross on the cross right there. On the open field. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Now, Brazilian Rampage and HQA are having a battle out. They need to get this battle done right now because there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. This is still circle number 4. The zone's gonna hurt. Not too bad, but you don't want to waste all your utility on it right now. So HQA, they're against the ropes. They have a lot of work to do if they want to survive here.
They need to have gotten it done yesterday because BDM's also behind them from the coastlines, and that was my fear. Yeah, BDM, we already see them starting to backstab these 2 squads, HQA and Brazilian Rampage. Yeah,
we're just starting to see some movements. Guys, open. Tries to get those shots. The jump shot. Oh, man, getting taken out instantly. Ailton has just been holding that position. That's going to be another point. That's 5 kills so far for Brazilian Rampage. But they're focusing on gatekeeping rather than getting into this next circle. And that's the problem when it comes to Sam. Maybe they realize that getting into this next circle is going to be really tough. Might as well go for kill points, especially with this new... Oh, look at Nico. The trap. Oh.
I don't think the trap. I think the avoidance right here. Nico is the last one alive for XSET. Trying to avoid it, but forced to take the shots. Little boy running right on into their direction. Nico trying to go for that jump shot. Nico go for that spray down right there. But Nunez with the support from Brazilian Rampage saying, that's my little boy.
That's my little boy.
That's my little boy.
You're my boy, little boy.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, getting it done. And Nico just didn't have any... I don't think he really knew that Nunez had that position right there. Look at Dadden up on top, throwing. Oh, Telly threw a nade from the bottom. That almost hit. That was really nice. But you can see Tribe right now. They're stuck on the outside of the circle trying to find a way in. And I think they're having trouble deciding, like, do we go left, do we go right here?
Yeah, they're taking a long way. Ooh, I don't know.
King A's going one way, the rest of the squad's going the other.
Yeah, I know it's your birthday. Looking for some kills out here. This is going to be challenging to see if they can make it on in. Over here, Nunez, Brazilian Rampage. They're trying to heal on up. They definitely see King A. King A almost able to make it. Okay, King A no longer taking the blue damage, but Execute up there on the cliffs. Right on top of this one.
Yeah, and it looks like Brazilian Rampage was able to catch him. So, yeah, Tribe just kind of splitting up right there. I'm so surprised that the rest of the squad, I'm not sure if it was King A decided to go off on an off angle or if it was just a last-second decision right there. I'm hoping it wasn't that King A called, to go right. You know that he likes the EIGLs this right here. We'll have to see, They will know, that's for sure, in their comms. But right now, all I know is that Seagut and G3 Gabby, they need to get going right now. But they're being gate kept so hard. They can't move.
Yeah. Can't move. Going to be forced to run right now. Seagut going to be popping up right here in the blue. Already spotted. Already spotted. And Loops, they're going to be right there on the edge of the next zone. Federal actually holding down a building that is in the zone. So they're going to regroup on top of them in a matter of moments here. Brazilian Rampage still in the blue, still alive out there. They're going to clash with Tribe any moment now. I'm surprised Killswitch. Okay, yeah, Killswitch going to start to move now as well. We saw just a moment ago Killswitch trying to take some shots onto this one. G3, though, from the blue, taking down Sentry.
G3 catching them. And you got to give it up for Brazilian Rampage. Because I was telling you, I was like, if they wait too long, they're not going to get into the next zone. At the same time, though, 10 kills so far for Brazilian Rampage. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I mean, I think that's I think they made the best play. I mean, at this point, go for kills rather than zone when it comes to Sanhok.
Because if you get taken out now, 1 point.
1 point.
Placements. But if they get taken out now with 10 kills, math, man.
You're good.
11 points.
Math,
11
baby.
Points. You're
golden.
About. You're golden. Papito getting sprayed down by Rezi. Papito might be the only one alive for G25. Going to be in the smokes. Not like this, Papito. Not like this.
Not this poor Pepito. He's holding that angle just by himself. You can see in Influence just trying to get into this. Okay, look at this. Murlovsk. He is sitting dead center. Murlovsk. Just chilling right there in the middle of the zone. Loops is still alive. They've been holding the house forever. I mean, they have not moved a muscle. And they're going to have to, but good luck with that. I mean, they are going to be wide out in the open. They're going to have to hope for a third party if they want a chance at getting up this circle. As Tricksters. Ooh, yeah, PK, D4 going at it. Gold Blade.
Oh, Gold Blade. Yeah, Pedro
night.
Up there on the high ground. Pedro is going to be connecting onto Trickster, but Gold Blade is on fire right now. Oh, Gold Blade. Pedro, GG. Let's see Flash behind the tree, in the smoke, in the blue zone, but Pedro's getting third party, so the Knights coming out on top of that one. Flash is still going to be alive, trying to heal on up. Execute Echo up there on the rock. Let's see, though. Remember, we got Influence right there in the middle.
I'm surprised I didn't see Flash go for those other boxes and try to keep healing at this point. I don't think he's going to make it in. Oh, man, Influence is now getting hurt bad. It's just Rezi all on his lonesome, but Rezi's in this circle. And I think that Influence is the only team, that is in it right now. So he needs to get these reses, get these bandages up quick if he wants to gatekeep these last two players.
Toss those smokes, too. Pick up Morolski if you can. Orlando over here behind this boulder. Outside of the zone, I believe, being gatekept by Echo up there in the high ground. Here comes the smoke from Orlando. It's going to give away the position, but also provide the cover for maybe them to crawl, sneak their way on into this new play zone. It's going to be very challenging.
True indeed. You can see Orlando trying to throw those smokes. Yeah, just trying to buy himself some time. He knows that there's 5 alive, and the problem is, at this point in the game, you don't know, how many teams are really up, If you haven't been really keeping track of the kill feed, you could still think that, I can go out in 5th or 4th place right now, Yeah. So we'll see.
Could be all solos.
Happen. Yeah, it could be all solos. So there you can see why. Oh, Orlando! Did he miss? Oh, he only had bandages. Goes out to play zone. And congratulations, Influence! You're on the win here. What's the strategy? Oh, what a turn!
Echo.
I mean, woo, play zone, baby.
Echo.
The ultimate teammate.
What a game, though.
What a game,
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty entertaining. Those cliffs always it's like a banana smoothie, right? And then you get those cliffs in the zone. It's like throwing in some strawberries. It just doesn't go together, right? With some chocolate as well. Like it has a weird taste. And I believe that's what those cliffs do on this Sanhok with these zones. But Influence coming out on top right there. Execute Echo able to secure them second place. Klaze, this is back-to-back third places for Klaze. Klaze, man, they're just a squad. Consistent. Yeah, consistent, man, all day long. Okay, so they got third place last game, third place this game, and Illuminati. Orlando got 3 kills. 3-3-3.
3-3, the triple three. And at first, did you say that strawberries and chocolate don't mix, Dave?
Strawberries, chocolate, and banana, the 3. I feel like banana, chocolate, they go together. I don't know, strawberry. Like, I'm talking about milkshake here, Hot Juice.
Okay,
Not
I was
like
to say,
some
I was like,
melted chocolate on
I'm
strawberries. I'm talking about milkshake.
I know what goes together. Chocolate, strawberry.
I'm talking about milkshake.
That's all milkshake. Makes sense. All jokes and kidding. But you know what is not a joke is this leaderboard that we got going on now. The scores have been updated. Let's get straight on to it here as we move on to page number 1. And as you can see, BDM Esports still holding the title of first place right now. BDM.
Total 360, man. I love to see it. I love to see it. Wildcard, second place. Loops, third place team. Queso, I mean, they had 18 kills last game. They set out this game. They were able to bask in their huge performance. So curious to see what they can do here in their next game.
Yeah, we see Cloud9 in 8th place. And see what you did, Dave? You said that I was the coach for Cloud9. And then now I've got people in the chat, you know, FoxGuy30, saying, Hot Jukes is coach? No wonder we suck now. You know? Wow.
Hey, Jukes, you're going to get fired real soon, man, because they're in 8th place. I don't know what's going on, man. You're telling them to take all their fights. So we'll see what's going to happen with them. Nova, 9th, Tribe, 10th, G25. So Influence, they just got a chicken dinner, but they're still all the way down here.
Yeah, I mean, that was their game, though. I mean, they were really down on the page. So after that, that's going to boost them up quite a bit. And, you know, unfortunately, this isn't one of those chicken dinner. I mean, you got to be excited anytime you get a chicken dinner, especially in Sanhok. That's that map that I told you. Any team, right position, right zone. I mean, Influence, all they had to do was sit, and they were going to get that chicken dinner no matter what. At the end of the day, though, this is what I think what separates it. You want to get that chicken dinner with an insane amount of kills if possible to really boost yourself up, just like we saw in the last one, right? 18 kills, insane, you know. But at the end of the day, if you're Influenced, that's got to be a big old pat in the back. You got to be feeling great after that one.
And it gives them the confidence in themselves, right? And I know I say this all the time, but now they know they can get a chicken dinner, right? They know they can accomplish the grand prize, and that's a chicken dinner here in this lobby, which has to be so challenging. So we'll see what they'll be able to do after, with that chicken now. I mean, they got one chicken in the bake. You're looking up now. You're looking up. You're on an uphill trend.
Oh, man, I'm waiting to see it. One chicken dinner for them. One more match left to go, everybody. Don't go anywhere, because after this, we're going to be heading into the desert. That is right. So, ladies and gentlemen, get hyped, get excited, and we'll catch you right after this quick short break. everybody, how you doing? And welcome back. Last match here of day number 6 of the PMPL Americas Scrims. I'm Hot Jukes here with Mustache Jake, just saying hi to you guys really quick because these players are in the plane, loaded up and ready to go in this Miramar match. Let's get right into it. Boom! We're here. They're in the plane, ready to go, everybody. Get hype. Let me get some hype in the chat. Come on, guys. You know, let's get feeling good here in this wonderful world that we live in here today as we're looking at this plane path. And you know who's going to think this is a wonderful plane path? It's Cloud9, because you know they like to drop an El Pozo. So this is going to be a quick drop for them.
Quick drop. The Unnamed dropping out real quick as well. Defeaters in the general area. Honestly, though, I think we saw this last night. Same plane, and then we had it up there to the northeast. I feel like it might be the same thing here. We'll see what will happen here. Don't want to spoil it. Tempo going to be dropping out, maybe going Los Leones, that general area. The last couple nights, we've also had early fights for Power Grid. And you said very centralized position. I don't know, though. It's the position, but when it comes to the loot, I mean, what are your thoughts? Power Grid and loot. Like, is it really
it's okay? Spot? It's okay. I think the biggest thing is, like, it's central, right? It's central on the map, and you really want to land as central as you can. There's a lot of advantages to doing that. And yeah, Tempo looks like they're gonna be heading to Pecado. That's, you know, where they like to go. Oh, this zone though, this opens up a lot of opportunities. Every time again? Pittsburgh Knights in Nova? When will it end?
So the last bullet is fired. Gold blade. Ooh, Cat, AZ both bleeding on out. Sheepin trying to get these thirsts, trying to get these confirms. We got Flash out there in the distance in Jat G. Oh, Flash though, spraying down with the Uzi. Looks like 2 members are going to be down right now for Nova, but they are going to be getting the revive, at least attempting to onto Cat, but the spray down from Flash is not currently allowing it right now.
Yeah, and you can just see Sheepin there. Oh, busting out that pistol, the Deagle. Jat G has a great angle. Oh, doesn't have the scopes though. Is able to pepper him up with that red dot, and here he goes on the press. Flash catches him with the Uzi.
Flash.
Here we go, 2v1.
2v1, the collapse. Jat G making sure to loot up while pushing on in. Cat was recently revived, really low in the health department. Suki's gonna pop that corner, the pre-fire right in the corner. Jat G on point right there.
And
Cat
gets it
in
done.
the front lines, the hip fire. Putting that Cat in the water here for the final game of the night.
Oh, the emote! The emote, Jat G!
Oh, that's what Jat G's doing right now.
Oh, look at that.
Baby.
Oh, baby!
Hit it with a baby!
Let's go! Pittsburgh Knights. Oh, man, let's put it this way. If you're a Pittsburgh Knights fan watching right now, and if you've ever talked smack in your life, smack yourself, because, oh, man, dude, that's it. Everything has been, it's been washed away. All the past sins after that one, because that was beautiful right there. Love it.
I just looked at the leaderboard. They're in first place after that.
Oh, after that, 100%. Welcome to the highlight reel, baby.
100%.
New fans have been gained. That's how you do it right there. Pittsburgh Knights saying, Power Grid, it's ours. I mean, we lost 2 players, but hey, guess what? Get emoted, baby.
The emotes brought them back to life. They got 4 pretty much at this point.
That has to start. That has to start.
Emotes,
some
right?
Stuff
I think emotes have to start. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a war.
Yeah, we gotta see more emotes. That's a fact.
100%. I mean, that is the ultimate disrespect right there. I mean, I want to see some Twitter threads after that engagement right there between Nova and Pittsburgh Knights.
I think, though, to kind of, you know, enhance it just a little more to really make it a thing is you emote before the crate, before the flush.
Emote and then finish them?
Yes.
Oh, my
I think
goodness.
that is the ultimate play.
That's true. That's got to be the ultimate disrespect for sure. Like,
that's
imagine
the
just
ultimate
like,
play.
Imagine emoting and then flick headshotting somebody. Oh, that would be disgusting.
Man. That's the play. So, hey, you know what you got to do now. Ladies, gentlemen in the chat watching, players, you know exactly. We just gave you the keys to success. you know, when it comes to PUBG Mobile. Hopefully you're taking down some notes. That's all I gotta say.
We are toxic. We are so unbelievably toxic right here. And I love it. I love it. I love to see, you know, this kind of action, especially early on, because a lot of the matches that we've been seeing here, especially in these scrims, I think these teams are just playing so carefully. So for those of you guys that are watching, you're like, hey, man, dude, this guy Jukes and Dave, man, they're just talking up a storm right here. Because that's what we got to do, you know, the podcast at the start. Because these players are playing really carefully, really slow. And that's why we see 16 teams alive with, you know, like 20 minutes remaining. It's just, it's insane. Love to see those early engagements, though.
I think what we'll get going in the works here is you and I will get our cam in the little right-hand corner near fireplace. Fireplace burning behind us sitting in leather chairs, just having our podcast, you know, until about 20, 25 minutes into every game. Because that's when the game really starts, right? Right now, looting phase, you know, everybody playing safe, like you mentioned. Which, it's in all fairness, it's what they should be doing, you know, like I definitely understand. You don't want to get taken out here like we just saw. 0 points. 0 points if you get taken out right now. So I 100% understand why this is kind of the meta here. So that's why I want to get the fireplace podcast thing going in the little corner, you know, the right-hand corner.
Be nice to see, right? I think the chat might like it. You guys let us know what you think about that. At the same time, you know, we love the action. We love to see the fights. That's the thing. All I know is that these teams, they don't want to see that. You know what they want to look at? They want to look at the map. That's what they want to look at more than anything.
Yeah, that is true.
They want to study these teams' rotations.
Just show the map, bro.
No, that's it. Just show the map. And it's funny is that every show of the map I've seen in the chat has been from a player that's died early on. You know, like they're studying these squads. They want all the intel they can because, man, PMPL on the line is huge. There isn't going to be a World League here coming up next. Next, Global Championships, baby. That's the big one right there. So every one of these teams is just seeking glory. They want to get it done coming up in this next Pro League. So much on the line. So not surprised to see them taking these scrims, you know, more seriously than ever before.
Jukes, I hear you talking, man. I hear you talking.
Okay.
But I didn't see a map. Where's the map?
Where's the map?
You never put the map up, Jukes. Come on. Hey, in the chat, spam Jukes map right now in the chat. Maybe we'll get Jukes to finally throw it up. I mean, I have no idea where any of these players are going right now.
Hey, you know what? I know I know Rain is in a Murano, and he is driving on up. You know, it's kind of crazy. I've been playing this game for a long time, yet sometimes, you know, this dirt and these rocks look a little close to familiar compared to some of the other ones on the map. So sometimes it gets a little bit, a little tough to discern exactly where every single team is. But
seems like there's always a new one popping up too, right? Like you'll be driving the same old tried and true spot. Next thing you know, bam, you crash into a rock. It's like, yo, that rock was not here in last update. All right, that's all I gotta say. They added a rock here on Miramar.
Man, I mean, that's what I say every time I drive into a rock. You know, I'm like, who put that rock there? Like, where did this come?
Yeah.
This was not here before. That's what I tell at least all my viewers that happens when I do stream. But we're seeing right now beautiful rotations, a lot of driving going on here. You know, thank you guys for tuning in to the Hot Jukes and Mustache Dave podcast as we wait for as we wait for these teams to finally start approaching each other. Blue zone though doing some damage. Ran running over Ran. Ran has ran over Ran, ladies and gentlemen. They said it couldn't be done. Look at this. Gamma.
Ooh, the rock, new rock in the new update, but able to save the day. Refuel, yep, all planned right there. You needed something to slow you down.
Calculated.
You needed something to slow. Calculated, cleanly executed right there. Acer in the dirt. I still, you know, I've been trying to make the thing here for about a year now. Snakes are on Erangel, worms are on Miramar, but no one's calling them worms yet, man. No one's calling them worms.
Because worms don't bite. That's the problem, you know. The snakes inject the venom, and that's the whole point, right? You're laying down like a cobra, ready to strike, and then as soon as the team rolls up on you, you know, you get it done. You sink your teeth in.
What about scorpion? Scorpions are in the desert.
Scorpion. Yeah, that might be one. But there's also snakes in the desert, too.
I can already tell. Man. One day, give me something.
Not snakes, you know? I mean, it does start with an S, Scorpion. I gotta give it that.
Scorpion. Snakes in the boat.
Snakes in the boat, man. You gotta watch out for them rattlers, though. We'll see what happens, though. As next zone goes on up, and we are going to be playing this one on the east side, that's for sure. And it's almost like a straight line. All the teams just lined up in the center, holding their own positions here. Ghosty on the bottom of this hill. B4 has an angle, it looks like. Oh, this is the blue zone. So this is still way out of there.
Yeah, I mean, they're fighting it out right here. Defeaters, they have 4 up. I see Minwoo in a vehicle. Maybe they're trying to save Ghosty, or Ghosty just might be on their lonesome out here. Oh, okay, I see a bug. Or is that a trike or a buggy near Ghosty? I don't know. Maybe B4 popped those tires, so it's going to slow down the rotate. Pedro, though, saying, hey, you can eat all the blue. You could eat all the food at this buffet right now because I am going to reposition. I don't care about you no more out there, Ghosty. You can have it. I mean, look how far the zone is, though, so yeah. I definitely understand the reposition.
Makes sense. I mean, there's just like at some point you got to give it up. But I don't know if you should anymore, really. Because there's got to be a certain point. I think that last Sanhok match is kind of starting to change my mind a little bit because kills are definitely, they're just so valuable. Because 8th place is 1 point. That's insane. You know, like every single kill, if you're able to get that 1 kill, you doubled your placement points. So I think we're going to definitely start seeing some new strategies come out here. Oh, hear that bolt action. That's an M24 all day long, baby.
How's emoting after killing a squad cringe? Get out of here. What are you talking about?
Ah, that guy is always,
here, bro.
Always talking wonderful things in the chat.
It's because you can't emote. You
can't
emote,
baby.
You don't have them unlocked.
That's right. That's right. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
I want to see more emotes. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
So
here we go. Here we go. And we're gonna see Nunez, you know, holding this little spot right down, looking at Rain. And they're just kind of, you know, separated Minez Generales. Yeah.
Chilling. Chilling. The mini. Little boy with the mini out here. Rain by themselves over there from Tempo. But I don't think we're going to see any real fight between the two right now.
Yeah, just holding these different angles right there. And it's only zone 2. We're going to definitely see some teams put in work here really soon as you start getting closer and closer together.
So I just remembered something looking at Miramar. I saw a commercial last night on the official Twitter PUBG Mobile. It was Miramar, okay? They zoomed in onto a Mountain Dew vending machine.
Get out of here.
Here's the Dew. No, so is there a Mountain Dew vending machine on Miramar?
I have not seen one.
I asked in the comments on the PUBG Mobile Twitter. No one answered, but this is 100% a thing. I don't know. I was jumping. I was like, oh, man, you could do the Dew now in-game. So we'll have to keep your eyes peeled for that. I just wanted to mention that real quick, Jukes. I don't know if it's a thing or not.
That would be so sick. Those.
But they definitely tweeted it last night.
They should make you get more energy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you run even quicker.
It should be every single Mountain Dew energy drink can should be like an adrenaline syringe. You know, you drink one and boom, max boost every time. That'd be interesting to see. Like, imagine if they actually rendered the cans different colors too. Oh, that'd be sick. But we'll have to see how that all plays out right there. If you happen to catch one in the chat, throw us a tweet. Throw us a tweet of it.
It might not be in the game yet, but okay, yeah. The Dew arrives September 22nd. September. So okay, so it's Miramar, and they're zooming in on a Mountain Dew vending machine that was like bright green.
That's so sick.
Oh yeah. September 22nd on the official PUBG Mobile Twitter. That got me excited. So getting back on into this game, the uneven from Cloud9. Saw right there. Get a kill. Get a knock.
And you saw Pirate putting them down some suppressive fire as well. Just applying the vice grips on, putting the pressure right here. Darius, though, had a good angle. Beowulf with the turd, baby. What a shot. And now I think INTZ, they're stuck. Yeah, with that, they're so split up. Oh, but the unnamed Raven.
Third party.
Yeah, getting a shot on Uneven. And Uneven is really, he was on the off angle, trying to get one on INTZ, but did not expect that third party. Yeah, Raven's in trouble. Yeah, Uneven's in trouble. Big time.
Outer pulling off that one, trying to regroup with the squad mates after that fight. And here comes the thirst, at least onto one of the members from INTZ. And honestly, INTZ catching a break right there. The third party from the Unnamed really put a stop to Cloud9 in their aggression, you know, forced to push off that one. That and the zone shift, so kind of a combination of both of them. But honestly, I felt like Cloud9, they wanted to take that fight and clean it up.
Yeah, and I think that's why we saw uneven in the position he was, because you normally see Cloud9 do that 3-1, and they were focused on ints, but then the Unnamed just catching him off, and when you're in an off-angle position, you get knocked, you ain't getting picked back up. Team's too far away. And oh wow, Pauly was super low right there.
Ints can't catch a break this game. They rotated into the shack. And Ace right there. Yep, Ace right there to stop him. Unlucky for Ints in the final game of the evening. They lost 2 to Cloud9 and lost the other remainder to Ace.
That was so funny. It looked like that nade was going to be really good. He had it locked, loaded, and then you just see that other nade pop right next to him. He's like, oh, all over, baby.
Not like this.
Oh, not like this, but it's already done. And, you know, saying not like this, the Unnamed BDM 19, as this circle is shifting on over to La Bendita. And look at Wildcard. You know, I was saying how, like, you always expect the hardship side to be wide open. Wildcard always makes this rotation. Like, every time you get a shift like this, they're going to go as wide as they can to go and then creep in through that hardship side. Such a great play style coming for them. And I think that's why that definitely reaps a lot of success for them when it comes to these kind of hardships.
Honestly, I would even go as far as say textbook wildcard at this point. Like, that's just textbook. Yeah, I mean, you see wildcard on rotations every game. You know, they're doing it. And it works. It works. So I feel like it's only a matter of time before at least one other team kind of catches on and utilizes the same strategy. Then maybe we'll see wildcard points before that point. But for the time being, hopefully we're not drawing too much attention to it. But it's been working mighty well for wildcard Fears. Just driving up here onto Pedro. That was a mistake.
Yeah, Pedro was out there waiting for it. Mad Max though too. The tree. The tree. Oh, in the favor of Mad Max, and it forces Pedro. He has to run up here. He has to try to get some cover. Pre-firing like crazy. Can he get the? Oh, that tree's too skinny. Has he been hitting the weight room? Nope.
No. Yeah. Pedro taken out by Mad Max. AKM right there. And B4, the other squad mates are going to be driving past this, trying to get on into the zone and maybe even get the second or last lap, that is, as they'll be able to gatekeep Mad Max. Checking on in with Ace. We just saw them get some kills just a moment ago. It looks like Myth was able to crash on into his compound, but Brazilian Rampage are not going to allow Myth to reside here. Not now, not ever.
Yeah, that was like, he crashed right into a red zone right there. Really well played, man. You know, it's always tough, man. When it comes to PUBG Mobile, I'll say one thing. Thick trees are the best trees, baby. That's what you want. Just unfortunately, there's nothing worse than you're only covered being a tree that's just barely covering up your body. And we just saw that right there. Next zone goes on up really shortly here. And Brazilian Rampage, they're just going to be holding this corner down hard. Oh, I thought that nade actually hit, as you see one in the kill feed. But Spec, as soon as that nade came in, he's like, I'm out of here. I am out of here. I'm going to regroup with my team, make some plays later on.
Yeah, and I think we saw Tempo holding this cliff, this position earlier on, and that's Rain up there on the high ground. So Tempo kind of with the 3-1. I see one of the members are going to be in the vehicle, regrouping, maybe make this a little 2-2 right now. They do have a pretty solid position in this zone. Two of the members from Tempo going to be attempting to gatekeep B4 right there on the edge. Meanwhile, yep, this is going to be Rain up here on the high ground with the mini, taking some shots out there onto the Unnamed. Ooh, getting shot though, is it worth it? Pulling back on into cover, the Unnamed lucking out right there.
Yeah, you can see Sarah there with the mini, tapping away on the Raven, able to get the catch with the last bullet. And this next circle is about to come on up. And hello, it has shifted away from the Unnamed big time. And look at all their vehicles. They are just, yeah, I don't think they have time to try to go for that res. Like, you got to make the sacrifice, realize you're only going to have 2 up. They're going to die if they try to go pick up Raven right now. There's no way Q's going to make it in this circle.
Q's going, man. Q is going. Raven's getting shot too, getting chunked out by McZero. McZero's going to see another tasty treat out there by the name of Q. And, oh!
Headshot.
Headshot. McZero taking down 2 right there from the Unnamed. Will McZero be able to bait that out and get a third one? Will Ran, that is, try to get those pickups or just call it quits and go into the next zone, because look how far they are. Like you said, they are so far.
Yeah, even if they got that pickup, the blue zone was going to kill them anyway. So that you definitely have to know, like, realize at one point that you're done. The only thing that could have made that make sense is if he had a ton of heals on him and they wanted to like pass him over to do a heal strat. That's the only excuse for that moment. But other than that, you got to be aware of where you're at in that blue zone timer, because man, it is vicious.
What's going on over here?
Tempo.
Oh, J7, Rain,
Done.
Team Queso. Tempo grouping up with one another. Taken out from Team Queso. 6 kills. Team Queso. They had an 18-kill chicken dinner here tonight. Are they looking to do the same thing?
Yeah, hopefully they can be able to get it done. You look at Ayala holding it down. Team Queso 6 kills. Already had a monster game in the books, like you just mentioned, Dave. And they are in a really good position here inside of this next zone. We'll have to see if he's able to make. Oh, Marco got that nade locked and loaded. Trying to be able to catch Brazilian Rampage here. Oh, does a little bit of damage. But I think right now they're just trying to keep the pressure on so they can let the blue zone do the work for them. We'll have to see how that ends up turning out.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. Not only that, they're trying to make sure that Brazilian Rampage, they don't push on into the cover of the town for free, right? Little boy, Sentry, they're all getting prepped. They're all getting ready to move. I mean, they're right there on the edge, but they don't want to get stuck out here, especially with Team Queso right in front of them. 6 kills onto Brazilian Rampage as well. Pretty solid game for them so far. Ooh, one of them going to be connected on as they made their way on into that.
Yeah, you can just see that right there. Mixera trying to make a big play right now. Is he going to be able to hit this grenade? Looks like it's going to be close. Oh, not able to hit the mark. And they are just working as hard as they can on the edge of this circle. Smokes out. Mad Max trying to get some shots onto Spring in this corner. And they're just praying for the zone. Will it stay on them? It doesn't. They got to get moving once again.
8 teams to go here. 2 members up for 19 Esports. Mad Max popping up right there, but Acer up there in such a strong position, overlooking multiple teams in this general direction. B4 currently feeling the wrath of the squad as well. The Knights, G looking to get involved. Remember, they won the first fight here tonight. They have a duel, and they're still taking fights.
And yeah, taking fights, they are indeed just trying the best they can to be able to make some big plays here. And they're still crazy. There's 7 teams remaining here. You're only going to get 2 points if you actually get it done right now. Wildcard with the crazy push-up onto defeaters. Vehicles blown up. Acer is just in the divot all by himself. It looks like it's only going to be a matter of time, though. Acer with the return nade onto Fishy. Oh, this might just be done. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to actually get Sam here. Such a dangerous position. So close.
Yeah, so close. Minwoo rushing to the aid, rushing to the help to try to pick up Fishy and Ghosty here. Acer doing the same thing with Sam. Looks like we're going to be able to get the resets. Wildcard, they got a couple smokes to work with. They need to use this time wisely to try to get the entirety of the team up. Acer prepping a grenade, tossing that grenade. That's going to be really close. Going to be chunking them down just a little bit right there.
Just a little bit indeed. Hopefully they can be able. Oh, he's 1 HP. Both these guys are 1 HP. Gonna have to try and get these heals up. Oh, and the other 2 members are in the shack. They're making their way to it. They might be able to get up. Sam able to make it in. He might get all these full res going, but just Minwoo have a nade. That's all he needs.
Regardless, Minwoo nade or not, he's gonna relay that information back to the squad and be like, boys, we got a team in the shack right here, ready to be taken out. But Fishy also trying to take some shots from their angle as well, looking for the prime opportunity on into that window. They need to watch out, though. Acer might be able to catch him off guard.
Gonna try to indeed. Ghosty gets the knock onto Acer. The rest of the team looks to be getting picked back up, though. Can Wildcard make a big play right now? Let's see if they're able to. It looks like they are able to get some big reses, smokes, more smokes out. Are they going to try to pick up Acer again? I mean, Wildcard just refuses to go down right now. They will not go down without an insane fight.
That is true.
Yeah, and we can just see right now, Ayala still alive, trying to make some big plays, doing everything he possibly can to survive. Such a difficult pool. I'm not sure exactly if he's going to be able to make it or not. Oh, so close. Can he do it? Can he survive? Ayala, press it up right now.
4 kills onto Ayala. 6 kills onto Nitsu right there. Defeaters for taking down the process. I feel like they were spreading themselves just a little too thin. They had Doo-Doo looking on top of Team Queso, and then you have the remainder of the squad trying to keep Wildcard pinned in that shack. But Wildcard, like you mentioned, they just can't seem to get taken out here. They're continuing to survive here. 3 teams to go. Meanwhile, the duo from the Knights have just been in that corner over there to the south, just playing it extremely slow, extremely passive, waiting to see what will happen. I mean, Team Queso, they've been popping off so far this game. They've been in the kill feed non-stop. 3 kills onto Wildcard. They have a little ledge to work with. They are going to be in the zone, but Nitsu holding them down.
How are they still alive? I mean, in all honesty, as soon as I say that, a nade onto Acer. That is going to be how many knocks so far on the side of Wildcard. They are just getting punished so hard right now. But the teamwork, there's the support that makes them still survive. But how long will it last? It's Team Queso. Yeah, pushing it so hard.
Slicky, Spring, Spring, running away right here in the buggy, trying to reposition in the air, swap it to that back seat to maybe get some shots off right there. Mid-air, actually insane. Marco pulling up onto Ayala, able to get that revive, and guess who it is? It's the Knights, the duo, still alive.
Duo still alive, up and running. Huge game for Team K. So I think Pittsburgh Knights is going to be favored, though, here with that. Oh, and this is the team that emoted. That's right, Jack G and Flash,
yes.
They emoted early on, and they might just get this chicken dinner. It's a sign. It's a sign. Anybody that said cringe in the chat, you're cringe. With the same comment you always make over and over. Oh, look at Flash with the nade.
Oh! It's a 2v2.
Oh, sip on this haterade, baby. Look at them. Here comes BK. They got you.
Jack G versus Nitsu.
Oh, 1v1.
But that grenade. 1v1. 1v1. Flash up here in the smokes. Going to be pushing up. Knows exactly where Nitsu is because Nitsu just took out Jack G just a moment ago. Nitsu going to be tossing a molly to try to block the push from Flash. But Flash cooking one, prepping it, tossing it right behind that crate. Yeah, cooked just a little too much. And Flash needs to be careful not to allow the time needed for Nitsu to possibly get this revive right here. And Nitsu got the revive onto Marco, making this a 2v1. But the grenade gonna be put a stop to that one. Marco pushing on him. The Knights, chicken dinner, the emo kings coming out on top this game.
12 kills? 12 kills. That is unbelievable right there. What a performance for the Pittsburgh Knights. Jack G Flash doing it in style, better than anybody else that I have seen so far, man. Oh man, and it's funny. I remember seeing, I think Pac in the chat, right? Saying that, you know, hey, Jack G, be humble, blah blah blah, like that.
Be humble.
Not anymore, baby. Not after that one. Oh, you be humble. Sit down, sir.
Sit down, son. Yeah, 6 kills from Jack G, 6 kills from Flash as well. Insane. 12 kills amongst that duo. Team Queso, though, solid performance. I mean, 8 kills onto Nitsu right there. 3rd place for Wildcard as well.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy, crazy finish right there. I mean, that was like a little fairy tale ending. Yeah, Nitsu with 8 kills. What? That is a huge, huge game for them. But wow, I mean, could you really end this day of scrims any better? In all honesty, I don't think you can, because that was the finish that I've been waiting for to see, and finishes that we have been seeing so far all the time here in the scrims. I love this. I love this so much.
And this is exactly what I think the Knights, they needed, right? I mean, previously known as Hometown, they got picked up. Last week, they were at the bottom of the leaderboard. Now they get a chicken dinner. I think they will be able to roll over with this momentum and the confidence. I mean, you could tell they got confidence with those emotes, all right? Once when they start the emote, you're like, okay, they're feeling themselves. Okay, they got the wipe right there. And to come out on top and actually get the chicken on top of that.
I mean, it just, you know, it shuts the haters up. right there. You know, anybody out there that's talking smack, you know, you always see some negative Nancy's that are in the chat, usually the same couple people. But I mean, at the end of the day, for Pittsburgh Knights to go and finish that finish that up right there, it's just like, hey, you know what? Hey, Blue iOS, you know, hey Pac, shut up, right? Because guess what? We came to play, baby. We came to play. And
they
they're
got
the champs.
the win.
12
yeah,
kills.
the
12 kills and the chicken dinner. What a game. Let's look at the standings to see exactly how this whole entire day finished up, man. I'm so hyped. And you can look at it right here. Team Queso gonna end up on top here after day number 6.
Not too bad. Not too bad. 79 total points. Wildcard, second place, 73 total points. BDM still going to be up here at the top as well, ahead of Loops.
Yeah, man, I mean, what a finish right there. Big time. Tempo, they were really high up. You know, these other squads just showed up big time towards the end and were able to move their way on. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Team Queso in first place in quite a while right here. So you know that they got to be feeling really good. I got the chance to talk to Marco a little bit earlier on, and they said that they were pumped up, ready to go. Ton of confidence in him. So, I mean, after this, you know that they got to be really hyped.
I mean, they had an 18-kill chicken dinner here today. So, yeah, I mean, talk about doing really good. Today has been their day. Tomorrow, though, 5 games, and then the next day, 5 games. So, will Team Queso, will they be able to stay there up on the top?
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they're able to do so. As we move on to the second page over here, you got Cloud9 in 9th place. So they are now knocked down over to the second page because, man, these other squads, they came and they brought the heat today.
Yeah, you got G25, Nova doing a lot better here. Brazilian Rampage, Tribe Gaming, happy birthday once again to King A. We saw was able to get a couple nice knocks here tonight as well. Influence Rage, they got chicken, 15th place.
Yeah, just great performances overall. Today was just a great day of scrims because, I mean, we only have 2 more days left, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, and it's going to be on over to the real deal PMPL, baby. I know I'm hyped. You should be too because a lot of action happening right here. And so I think the biggest surprise so far on the leaderboards is we look at the last page, you know. XSET having a little bit of trouble here at the start. I think that they're, we saw them, you know, pretty decent in the first week. Week 2, not really their best. But at the end of the day, this is the time to get all those bad games out the way, right? You want to be able to get all that negativity out here because come PMPL time, that's the time you got to show up.
Yeah, and we also said that maybe some of these teams, they're not trying to give away the strategies here in the scrims. That might be the case for a couple squads. You just never know unless they come out and say it, right? But regardless, XSET, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, they'll pop off, get a nice little team fight going. They're going to have, well, I'm looking real quick, so there's a total of 10 more games to go over the next 2 days, but it's rotating lobbies, so I'm not exactly sure how many games each group will have remaining. I'll look at that later on. But all in all, like you mentioned, huge day for Team Queso, and I know Team Queso can't take away from their 18 kill chicken dinner. Can't take away from that, but honestly, I feel like an even bigger day for the Knights. Seriously, because the Knights, they might have had some self-doubt, but now after this, that has to be just gone, you know, out the window.
Makes sense. I mean, absolutely. I mean, because what a story you got to tell from this squad. I definitely empathize with them big time. You know, they were hometown prior, didn't make it into qualify here by 1 point. You know, down and out. Pittsburgh Knights picks them up. They come back, and after this game, I mean, and to finish off the day nonetheless, it's got to be really, really hype here. So I'm really looking forward to see the last 2 days of scrims, to see how they're able to kind of use this momentum and this these feel-good vibes to their advantage.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It was a great night, great day, great 2 days. 2 more days to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more days to go. Tomorrow.
Man. So much more action. So much more action. So mark your calendars, guys. Set the reminders. You know, go ahead and make sure that you set your alarms because you're not going to want to miss that because 5 days, 5 games worth of play tomorrow. As we've only gone from 4 now to 5. we're going to see some insane plays. So, ladies and gentlemen, Hot Jukes here with Mustache Dave. That's going to be it, wrapping up day number 6. Guys, we will catch you guys tomorrow with some more PUBG Mobile Americas Scrims action. For now, catch you guys later.